for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? The Top Bar Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New Media Today USA Boxing. We are back. Hold on, guys. Let me see. Can I change my damn? I need to know. Let me see. Can you guys hear me first? I'm about to change my internet. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change my internet. I don't know. I have two internets, so I know the one that I had yesterday was tripping. You may see a pause for a minute, guys. So bear with me for a moment. Let me see. Can I change this to this one? All right, I think I'm back. I'm looking at it right now. Let me see what's up. What the hell? Hold on. I'm trying to see something, guys. I don't know if you guys can see me. Hold on. All right, there we go. All right, I think I'm back. I'm looking at the show right here. I switched internets. I just want to make sure. If this one go to tripping, we'll go back to the other one. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Okay. I'm looking at the replay. I said, man, I kept fucking pausing, man. Like, this some bullshit. Listen, bro. I have the modem right there. The fucking modem is right there. I'm literally next to the modem. But this company that I'm using, they've been, I talked to my next door neighbors. They say they've been having issues with their internet as well, freezing and stuff. So it is what it is. But that's okay. We gonna make it do what it do. Shout out to the Queen Little Green Eyes Peace. Shout out to the Kiji. Yeah, I had switched internet, so I had went blurred for a little bit and they paused, but we good to go now. Shout out to the Kiji. Damn, this camera's kind of lopsided a little bit. Hold on. All right, bam. All right. I'm kind of, I'm real picky. I'm picky than a motherfucker. Yeah, I know my voice went robotic. It's the internet, bro. Like, I don't know. It's technology. There's no such thing as a perfect internet. I don't care where you're at. Technology, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. It happens. It is what it is. There's no such thing as a perfect internet. I don't give a fuck where you live at in the country, in the world, whatever. Shit happens. But anyways, man, it is what it is, man. Yeah, man. So listen, bro, check this out. Oh man, I watched the interview yesterday, right, with Devin Haney, and he was on the Boxing Voice. Shout out to the Boxing Voice. Those guys over there at the Boxing Voice. Watched that interview last night. I watched that interview. Really, really good interview. They asked him some good questions. He answered some really good questions. And I want to clear some things up. I want to say some things because I noticed, I told you guys I do this shit now. I do this shit now. So you got a whole lot of shit going on online, depending on which fighter you have an emotional attachment to, right? I get it, I understand. You know what I mean? If you have an emotional attachment to fighter A is the best fighter in the world, and they can't have any criticism, right? If you have an emotional attachment to fighter B, it's the same shit. Fighter C, same shit. Fighter D, same shit. I get it, I understand it. I get it. You know what I mean? But he answered some good questions, and I really like the way, you know what I mean, he pretty much conducted it yesterday as it relate to the interview. I really like the way he did that. Right now, he was asked about what was he asked about? I think did I write my notes? Where are my notes? Damn, where my damn notes at? I didn't write notes on it. I thought I wrote some notes on it, but it is what it is. They asked him about the French fries belt. You know how I feel about the French fries belt. Devin Haney did say that, hey, man, if he get the French fries belt, he's going to drop the belt, right? I am an advocate of dropping the belt. But it's something that he said. He said that, you know what? If I drop this belt, then all of those people who called me the email champion, ESPN or whatever, they may try to say, well, he really ain't undisputed. because he don't have that belt anymore, yada, 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 yada. So he said, you know what? I got all the goddamn belts. I got the email belt, I got the French fries belt, and I got the real WBC belt and all the other shit. You see what I'm saying? So we not gonna even worry about none of that shit no more. We gonna clear all doubt. Nobody having the goddamn belts but me. And when I thought about this shit, I said, you know what? He might have a valid point, because we're seeing that, hey, he's the undisputed champion right now, lightweight division. I don't think there's no dispute about that. And there are people still trying to dispute that. Oh, well, he undisputed, but he still ain't fought Lomachenko. Okay. Oh, yeah, he undisputed, but he still ain't fought that guy. Okay. Yeah, but you know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, man, you know, I'm like, fuck, like, okay, you win all the goddamn belts and motherfuckers still complaining? So it tells me this. This is what it tells me. And it's coming from everywhere. It's not just coming from one group. It's coming from multiple groups. You see what I'm saying? If a motherfucker don't like you, they ain't gonna like you. Ain't nothing you can do to make him like you. And there's something else he said. I think was it Ness? I think Ness asked him a question, or one of Ness's guests, his co-host asked him a question. He said something of the sort to where, you know, he talked about, hey, man, he's still getting kind of criticism. He won the belt. He's undisputed, still getting criticism, stuff like that. And he said, man, you know what, man, what I notice is, and I'm just paraphrasing, you know, with these people who don't like me or whatever the case may be, it's always going to be something else with them. Yeah, okay, first he was the email champ. Okay. But they don't talk about the context in which he became the email champ, because it doesn't fit the narrative. I get that. Then when you talk about the context, then those people get highly defensive about, you know, hey, man, the French fry, who it was created for, the French fries belt, this and that, yada, yada, yada. I don't been down that road already. I still got the receipts right here, just in case they come back over here with that shit again about the French fries belt in the lightweight division, representing Lomachenko. I still got that right here. Still gonna pull that up. I still got it right here. I'm gonna keep it here every goddamn day. I ain't gonna, for the rest of this year, this is gonna stay here every day. I'm gonna keep that right here every day. You see what I'm saying? So now, I say all that to say this. I am an advocate of throwing that goddamn French fries belt away. Not gonna sit here and lie to you, but I'm not Devin Haney. I'm not in his shoes. And if ESPN, Top Rank, whoever says, well, kid, you know, if you drop the French fries belt, you know, ESPN is gonna say you're not undisputed. You know, and you know, so kid, I you know, you can do it if you want to. It's gonna be a dispute with those casuals, and they're gonna, you know, they don't like you anyways, and they're already looking for a reason not to like you. I didn't like you until you became a top ranked fighter. Only reason I brought you over here is because I want Lomachenko to get those belts anyways. So I brought you over here for those purposes, right? So we know the play. We know the play. This ain't gonna be stupid, right? I want to see the Lomachenko versus Devin Haney fight. Not gonna say a lot of you. He also said on the show that, hey, man, you know, George Kambosos have 30 days until he can activate the rematch clause. The legendary Steve Kim called the show yesterday, and he did say that, hey, according to what he's been hearing through the grapevines, that more than likely the George Kambosos and Devin Haney fight will be next for the rematch, which is fine. It's in the contract. He got to have a rematch clause to fight George Kambosos, so be it. Steve Kim also said that, hey, man, they, you know, the Australian government, you know, may put the money up for the fight again, but it's going to be at a smaller venue. Instead of the venue that they had last time, it's going to be at a smaller venue. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. What else he said in that interview last night? I'm trying to go off of memory, guys, because I had the notes, and for some reason the notes has been erased, so don't worry about it. I had the notes. He said something of the sort to where now he has the belts. It has to make sense now. You know, I don't mind. You know, George Kambosos won a rematch. I ain't got no problem with that. You know what I mean? It just has to make sense now. Leonard Ellaby uses that language as well. It has to make sense. We know what it has to make sense mean. And you know what? George Cambosos used that same language with Devin Haney. As long as it makes sense, if it makes sense, then we can do this, we can do that. So you know what? I ain't mad. Yeah, it got to make sense now. So since this is the game that we're gonna play, it has to make sense. Guess what? Has to make sense. What does have to make sense mean? Yesterday's price is not today's price. What does have to make sense mean? Yeah, that price that I fought you for in the first fight, yeah, all that got to change now. You hear a lot of A side, B side talk in boxing. A side, B side, wrong side of the street, have to make sense. Your baby mama got to know how to do the Tootsie Roll. Your cousin got to know how to do the butterfly. Okay, you ain't the real champ. You the email champ. Oh, man, this dude over here, this, that. Okay, fine, nigga, I got all the goddamn rings. We Thanos now. Thanos, got all the goddamn rings. What do you have to say now? Damn, that motherfucker still got all the goddamn rings. I hate that mother. See, this is what happens. This is what happens, right? This is what happens. And me being as petty as I am, I'm petty than a mug. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I'm very petty. I will remember all that shit. Okay, all right, email champ. Okay, shit. All right. Oh, wrong side of the street. Yeah, with the wrong promotion. You signed with the wrong promoter, kid. Okay, signed the wrong promoter. All right, okay, I already know you want these belts to go to Lomachenko. I ain't got no problem with that. Loma is a great fighter. Loma is an excellent fighter. I get it. He got 2 losses, but that's okay. All right, let's see. Write that down. All right, yeah, all right, okay. Couldn't get that fight. Okay, email champ. Okay, I got French. Okay, I beat him for the French fries belt. Okay, the email champ has been validated. Okay, I got the WBO, the WBC regular French fries belt. I got the IBF, got the WBA, and I got the ring. I got all the goddamn belts. Ain't nobody got no belts in lightweight division. Not no major belts. I got all the motherfuckers. So it has to make sense now. I caught all of that shit. I say, boy, this motherfucker here, boy, Devin smart, boy. Yeah, he learning. He 23 years old, but he learning. This is the game. As a boxing fan, it's something else he said that I was very, very inspired by. He talked about him struggling to make weight. They asked him, is he going to stay? I think Nesta gives I don't know who the other guy is, who his other co-host is. I don't know who to do this. The chubby guy. But he asked him, he said that, do you plan on staying in the 135-pound division? He said, well, it depends. He's struggling. He said, I'm struggling to make weight. You know what I mean? And he normally has to stay in the sauna for 45 minutes every day just to shrink down to 135 and the diet and all that stuff there. You heard Teofimo Lopez talking about this as well. His dad always, I kept him out with the 135 too long for 8 years. We should have just dropped the belts and moved up. I am an advocate of, if a fighter is killing himself to make weight, leave that weight division and move up. There's no need of you killing yourself to make weight, because I don't want to hear the excuse that, man, the reason why I lost was because I was weight drained. Well, if you know you were struggling to make the weight, why stay in that weight division? It's simple. If you stay there, it's your choice to stay there. You see what I'm saying? It's your choice to stay there. I will be addressing the chat in a minute. It's your choice to stay there. So if you choose to stay in the weight division, knowing that you're struggling to make weight, you cannot use that as an excuse if you lose the battle, like Teofimo Lopez did. He's still making excuses right now, him and T. Diddy. Him and his goddamn fan base. They still making excuses, right? Okay, cool. So he said that if he can't make the weight no more, he's gonna sit down and talk to his team. We gotta talk to our team. Yeah, we gotta do that. Sit down and talk to my team. And if it makes sense, we'll stay. But if I can't make it, he said he'll just drop the belts and move up. History's already been made. I told you. Shit. All he needed to do was win the first fight. People say, he got to fight him twice. Nigga, fuck the twice. He got to win both times. No, he got to win the first one. Because if he don't win the first fight, he don't get the second fight in Australia. And according to what those contracts have said, what they put out there in the public. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So I gotta eat. I got a text right here. Somebody sent me a text. You know what I mean? So sorry about that. Somebody sent me a text. It's my lawn guy. So what I realized was when it comes to this shit in boxing, you gotta have two types of sight, right? When it comes to this shit in boxing, you have sight and you have insight. Sight is what you see with your eyes. Insight is what you see with your mind. When you have the insight on what's going on, and like Leonard Ellaby and stuff like that, Steve Kim, those guys who've been doing this shit a long time, they get it. Like the business of boxing is a mug. Us boxing fans, we don't like it. I'm not in the business of boxing. I'm not a manager, promoter. I ain't counting your pockets, how much money you made, what you sold. That's not my job. I'm a content creator. I'm a fan of the sport of boxing. I'm a content creator. That's not my job. A lot of these fights we don't see, like we didn't see Lomachenko and Devin Haney fight 3 years ago because Devin Haney was not signed. He was a free agent, but he was working with Eddie Hearn. Bob M told him, you ain't got to worry about fighting Lomachenko. Yeah, I know that you're his mandatory. I know that you're the intern champion. But hey, sources say I shot Mauricio Suleiman some money. We created this belt out of nowhere for Lomachenko. And now he don't have to worry about fighting his mandatory. That's what the French fries belt allows you to do. That's why people call it a duck belt. Not saying that Lomachenko was afraid of Devin Haney. Because I know how you flow-mos. I know how you I know how you homosexuals get. You homosexuals, the motherfucker. I know how you homosexuals get. I'm not saying that he ducked Devin Haney because he was afraid. Bob Arum put a pause on that. Bob Arum ducked that. If it makes you happy, Bob Arum ducked Devin Haney because he was with the wrong promotional company. That's what happened. So now the good news is I'm hearing that Vasily Lomachenko is mysteriously going to put the rifle down in Ukraine, and he's going to come back over here with his comeback boots and his camouflage, and he wants to fight. War still going on in Ukraine, but he's going to leave that, drop the rifle, get out the tank, get out the helicopter gunship, and come on back to the USA over here, and he wants to fight. That's good. As I told Steve Kim yesterday, I was like, listen, Steve, shit, I understand that Kambosos want a rematch, but I would rather see Devin Haney and Lomachenko fight next. And then he can fight Kambosos on the back end. But according to what Steve Kim was saying, what he was hearing. Because I know he really don't know for sure, but he just only go by what he's hearing. What he's hearing, George Kambo won't that fight again. The fans don't want it no more. You got beat with one arm, a jab and a check left hook. You couldn't get around the right arm, the one arm. Another thing Dev talked about, one of his criticisms were, man, you ain't even go for the kill. The fight was boring. You ain't do this and do this and do that and yada, 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 yada. I have a question for you guys, though. If there are two people in the ring, and you say one guy was boring, how you feel about the other guy? If the fight was boring and two people were fighting, that means the other guy who was in the ring, he was boring as well. He had an opportunity to change all of that shit. He could have ran in there, guns blazing. He ain't got no punching power. He pillow fist. I'ma just run through him and just go to swinging wild and doing all kind of stuff and get him out of there. Why he didn't do that? He was fighting pillow fist. He was fighting the email champ. So if the fight was boring, it take two to tangle. It's the same shit I said when Floyd fought Manny Pacquiao years ago. Man, this fight didn't live up to the hype. I thought it was gonna be better than that, man. Man, damn, man. They said that same shit. Floyd made the fight boring. This was a boring fight. Man, he ain't even want to engage. I said, well, Manny Pacquiao had a whole lot to do with that. Pacquiao could have just blitzed him, bun rushed him, came in there and put some of them power pellets on him. Pat could have came in there. Why he was sitting that bait? Why he was allowing Floyd to dictate the pace of the fight? He could have changed that. Same thing with Kambosos. Okay, Devin Haney is born. I'm not gonna lie. Devin Haney does not have an exciting boxing style. He doesn't have a fan-friendly style. I'm not gonna sit and lie to you and say that. I'm a fan of the sport of boxing. I do love the sweet science, but I have to be honest as it relates to that. But guess what? George Kambosos showing up could have did something about it. Why he didn't make the fight more exciting? Why he didn't? Okay, well, shit, okay. If this dude making it boring, I'm finna get the fans what they want. I'm coming in 21 gun salute. Why? Because I'm Kambosos. I'm finna go in there and do this here. He ain't got no punching power. I'm finna take the crime to him. He didn't do none of that. He allowed Devin Haney to dictate the pace of that fight from the first round to the 12th round and everything in between. The man came in there with one gear. You couldn't get past the first gear. Kambosos. We can't forget about that, though. Right? Just got to throw that out there. You know, some of these guys, if you didn't have a double standard, you wouldn't have one at all. You know my motto. That's what I say. So he talked about moving up in weight, right? Another thing he said that I really, really liked, though. Nestor Gibbs, shout out to the boxing voice, Nestor Gibbs. He said that if there's two guys, I think it was someone who sent the question in. Someone sent the question in the chat or something. And he said that if there's two guys, who are the three top guys you want to fight right now if you can make that fight happen? And I love what Devin Haney said. He said, I can't think of three, but I can think of two. He said that I would love to fight Tank Davis and Lomachenko next if I can make that fight happen. Now, of course, the Tank Davis fight, we know that'll never happen. Devin Haney is not an attraction. Devin Haney is not a star in comparison to Tank Davis. So we know what's going on with Mayweather promotion with Leonard Ellerbe, Floyd. We know that fight will never happen. So we're not going to even focus on that. The Lomachenko fight can happen because they both on the same side of the street now. Because they are both on the same side of the street, that fight can happen. Me personally, I would rather see Devin Haney versus Lomachenko than Devin Haney versus George Kambosos again. George Kambosos is a B-class fighter. He's all right. He's okay. He ain't really all that. He's a B-class fighter. He's pretty good. He's good at what he does, right? But when I watch a fight and you can't get around a jab and a check left hook, and you ain't running in there making the fight exciting, you couldn't, you allow one guy, 23-year-old kid, boy, whatever you want to call him, email champ. But the 23-year-old kid, the 23-year-old boy, the 23-year-old email champ, you couldn't get around him. You couldn't get around that jab. And you couldn't get around the check left hook. And that told me everything I needed to know. This guy really ain't that goddamn good. Because Devin Haney beat you with a basic game plan. He beat you with a basic game plan. Like, this dude literally beat you with a Sesame Street game plan. Jab, check left hook, move to the left. Jab, check left hook, move to the right. Jab, check left hook, move to the left. When you get too close, time up and grab him. Make the referee break it up. We reset and do it all over again. Jab, check left hook, move to the left. Grab if you get too close. Referee break it up, reset, do it all over again. Who want to see that shit again? In your country, front of your fans, Australian government, and this is the performance that George Kambosos put up out of all that shit he was talking? The Emperor? Who want to see that again? I'd rather see Devin Haney and Lomachenko. Since that's the fight that we couldn't get 3 years ago. Now he got the French fries belt, the belt that was created for Lomachenko. Devin got that now. I feel like he need to throw that shit away. Myself. But if he do that, then the critics, ESPN, all them say, well, he ain't really know, he ain't really, well, in the history books, he's still undisputed. Ain't nothing they can do about that. But shit, based on the shit they're saying now, shit, we know what they're going to say. Right? So, anyways, it is what it is. Let me go ahead and go to the chat, man. Let me go ahead and go to the chat. Let's give everybody a round of applause in the chat. I like that. He want the smoke. I like hearing that. He want the smoke. Listen, man, he gonna fight Tank. I don't even want to talk about Tank because that fight ain't gonna never happen. As Leonard Ellaby says, Tank Davis is an attraction. What is an attraction? SeaWorld is an attraction. Busch Gardens is an attraction. Disney World is an attraction. As I said before, man, you know, me personally, I don't like it. I'm like Gilly, Gilly the Kid. You know, I want to see you fight Lomachenko. I want to see you fight Devin Haney. I want to see you fight Teofimo Lopez. When are we gonna get these fights, man? And what Tank said, he was twisting his hair. To be honest, I really don't know. That's what he said. I got the video. That's exactly what he said. He don't know because we you know, Leonard, and listen, say what you want to say about Leonard Ellaby. You know, I'm with Leonard Ellaby's, you know, he's my favorite promoter. I like talking shit about him. But Leonard Ellaby was telling the truth the whole time. I'm not saying that me as a boxing fan, I have to agree with what Leonard Ellaby is saying. Do I agree with what he's saying? No, I don't agree with what he's saying because I want to see Tank fight these other dudes. But the fact of the matter is that shit ain't happening. Tank is fighting Esau Cruz again, more than likely. Or anybody else that's with Mayweather promoter of the PBC, that's what they're going to fight again. Either way it goes. That's what it's going to be. And we got to accept that. We don't have to like it, but we have to accept it. It is what it is. Shout out to G Trey. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. What you say, fam? He said that what you say, fam? You said that Dev also said. Dev, hold on. What you say, fam? You say Dev also said that if the Aussie government cannot guarantee his pops a visa to fight over there, it's a no-go. Exactly. And I remember I asked Steve Kim that yesterday. I said, listen, man, if he gonna go through the same drama that the second time that he went through the first time, is he still gonna go for that? And you know, and Steve was like, well, it shouldn't be any problems. I feel the same way. Look here, man, y'all took me through some shit. I had to go through a whole lot of goddamn shit. So, you know, if y'all gonna take me through that same bullshit, man, fuck that rematch. See, can we make that Lomachenko fight if we can, Bob? Bob, you the Bob father, right? You can make all things possible. You the Bob father. Hell, you get in contact with sanctioning bodies and have them create belts out of nowhere for Lomachenko. So if you can do that, yeah, if you can do that, Bob, surely you can go ahead and say, hey, look here, Lou DiBella. I know we have a contract for Devin to fight Cambosos again in the rematch, but I'm the Bob father. What I say goes. I'm 90 years old. I want to make the Lomachenko fight next because that was my end game all along. I need to get Loma. I can pull him off the battlefield. I can snatch him out of the tank, the helicopter gunship that he's in. I can snatch him out of that, bring him over here, and I can make this fight happen. And hope like hell that he can beat Devin so we can have him be the undisputed champion like I always wanted in the first place. This is what he can do. He the Bob father. Yeah, Yeah, man. So shout out to Lisa Bell's in the building. Shout out to Lil Green Eyes P. Salute to Miss Bless 365, Miss Fit in the building. Harleen, Drumming for Life. West Side, Cool Boy Curry, Thomas Jones. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is. Vic G, what you say? You say rumors, coach. Stevenson versus Navarrete. Yeah, I've been hearing that too, fam. I've been hearing that too. Bush the Can Man, Cassidy, you know, everybody else in there. Oh, yeah, sorry about that, man. I'm sorry about that, fam. What the dude say? He said you D-Rod Haney and push back on Loma. No, I didn't push back on Loma. What did I say that was D-Rod? You must be a Lomachenko. Bro boxing, you must be a Lomachenko. You must be a Lomachenko. What did I say that was D-Rod Haney? So if I'm talking about Haney being the email champ and I'm talking down and tearing Devin Haney down, you know, you'll be fine with that. I haven't said anything bad about Lomachenko at all. I understand you're a Lomachenko on boxing, bro. I appreciate the $2, but you know, it is what it is. If that's the way you interpreted it, you know, that's not the case. If you feel that way, so be it. Maybe this is not the channel for you. Maybe you need to go back to where you came from. Appreciate the $2 though, homie. Damian Bennett, what you say, fam? He say the business of boxing has me 38 hot. Yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know, these homosexuals a motherfucker. They are. They are. These homosexuals a motherfucker, bro. They is, but they are, bro. These homosexuals are something else, man.
What about Rocky Marciano? Oh, there they go. There they go. Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out their ass. That's the one. That's the one. Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano. Let me tell you something wonderful. Rocky Marciano was good, but compared to Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano ain't shit. He beat Joe Louis's ass.
You homosexuals, boy. God damn, boy. That's their one right there. That's their one. That's their one. That's their one right there, boy. God damn, that's their one, boy. Yeah, man. Yeah, it is what it is. But anyways, he says, I'm unsubscribing. Bye, Felicia. And as a matter of fact, we're going to make sure you never come back. This is what we're going to do. Not only are you unsubscribing, I'm going to make sure you don't be tempted to come back anymore. I'm going to block your ass. Bye. So we'll make sure you don't be tempted to come back. Get his ass out of here. Get his ass out of here. Yeah, so I would love to see that fight between Devin Haney and Vasily Lomachenko. I think that's to be a good fight. Styles make fights. I would love to see that fight if it can happen. And it should be able to happen. I think the Bob father, with his raspy voice, all 90 years old of him, he can do whatever he want to do. He can get around contracts. He can just call Lou DiBella, look here, man, your fighter didn't perform, kid, you know, so let us get the Loma fight first. I'll pull him off the battlefield, bring him back to the States, get him ready, and we can get him in the ring with Devin, and that'll be a better fight. And I think over here in the States, I think the overall consensus is that'll be a more better matchup. Who doesn't want to see that fight? Who doesn't want to see that fight? You see what I'm saying? Who doesn't want to see that fight? Because we're not going to get the Devin. We're not going to get Devin and Tank. That shit ain't going to happen. We're not going to get Lomachenko and Devin. That shit ain't going to happen. I mean, Lomachenko and Tank, that shit ain't going to happen. So I don't even want to talk about Tank Davis as it relates to this. None of that going to happen, right? So that's the better fight. Me, as a boxing fan, I just want to see the goddamn fight. That's all I want to see. I wanted to see that fight 3 years ago. Was it 3 years ago, 2 years ago, something like that? 2-3 years ago, whenever it was. When that was Lomachenko, let me see, when that was Lomachenko and Teofimo fought. Was that 2020, guys? Yeah, that was 2020. I think 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 that was 2020. Yeah, so come back full circle. And I like the language. I like the language. It has to make sense. Same shit that Linda Ellerby say. See, it gotta make sense. It gotta make sense. It has to make sense. See, as long as it makes sense. See, again, we don't mind making those fights with those top guys, but those guys who you say the best, and that's the top, they're really not what you say they are. See, the boxing fans have to understand these guys, they have names and stuff like that, but they're not the attraction that Tank Davis is. So what? Let me break them. As a matter of fact, let me break this down to you what Leonard is saying. Let me break this down what Leonard is saying, right? He's just basically saying that he's just talking about drawing power. No, there's no lightweight that's a bigger draw than Tank in boxing. I don't think no one can argue that or dispute that, right? And if you can argue it, give me an example of one fighter, regardless of where he's from, race, nationality, or creed, that's a bigger draw in the U.S. than Tank Davis. Now, me as a fan of the sport of boxing, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear, oh man, we can't get this fight because this dude he ain't no draw. He not SeaWorld. He not an attraction. He not SeaWorld. He not Busch Gardens. He not Disneyland. I'll fight a Disneyland. I'll fight a SeaWorld. I'll fight a box office. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It is what it is. But that's what he's saying. Let's see. Alexander, very familiar who you are. This is Jason Mones. He said, you talk about Loma has 2 losses, but you don't understand he has the best resume in the lightweight division. All of a sudden, you jumped on Devin's train and payroll. Stop being fair. Lomachenko does have 2 losses. I never said anything about he's not being a great fighter. And I'm not jumping on Devin's payroll. I understand, Alexander, that you are a Lomosexual. I understand you're a Lomosexual. I get it. I know that you want me to get on my knees and worship and pray to Loma. I'm not going to do that. Lomachenko is one of my favorite fighters. But you Lomosexuals are starting to get on my nerves now. Okay, Alexander? If I hurt your feelings, if I'm not on my knees praising and worshiping Lomachenko, I'm sorry. I know you guys don't want to. You hate when someone say he got 2. He does have 2 losses. That's just facts. That's not saying he's not a great fighter. That's not saying he's not a hell of a fighter. No one is saying that. But you guys are so sensitive that if it's not praising, worshiping, you get sensitive about this shit. It doesn't make any sense. If I was shitting on Devin Haney, oh man, fuck Devin Haney, he weak, he didn't see that. You won't be saying that. You'll be happy as hell right now. I know you're a homosexual. I get it. I understand. I get it. I understand. Jason Mones. I know who you are. I get it. I understand. You know what I mean? It'll be okay though. It'll be okay. But shout out to Jason Mones' backup account. Hey, okay. For dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
And if you don't like it, guess what? You can leave. And if you would like for me to block you, I will. Thank you for the half a dub though. Shout out to Barnes Jones. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, what did you say as the keys to victory for Haney and Loma in their matchup? Do you see it as 50-50 or 60-40? I see it as a 50-50 fight. Styles make fights. If Lomachenko can impose his will with using angles, you know how Lomachenko has to get on the inside in order to get his shots off. He has to get on the inside in order to get his shots off. So as long as he can get on the inside in order to use the angles that he normally throw his punches at, he can basically what I'm saying, he has to impose his will. He's gonna have to impose his will. He can't allow kind of like how Teofimo Lopez did it. Teofimo Lopez studied Lomachenko so much, he knew Lomachenko moves better than Lomachenko knew it. He knew Lomachenko tendencies. The game plan that Teofimo Sr. put together for Lomachenko was masterful. You know what I mean? Because he stepped to him, kept him on the back foot, jabs to the body. When Loma likes to pivot to the left, Teofimo Lopez met him right there at the spot before he got there. You see what I'm saying? And he won the first 6-7 rounds of the fight. You know what I mean? So the key to victory is Lomachenko will have to get on the inside, get around Devin Haney's jab, use his high ring IQ in order to get on the inside to make it an inside fight. No, kind of like how he normally does. That's what he have to do. The key to victory for Devin Haney is simple. Keep that jab in his goddamn face. Keep that jab on him. Jab to the body. Jab to the body. Keep Lomachenko resetting. Jab to the body. Jab to the body. You know certain tendencies that he may like to do when he wants to come in and try to impose his will. You know what I mean? When he try to pivot and go and try to go to the left and the angles what he likes to do. You see what I'm saying? When he likes to manipulate the space. You know what I mean? Lomachenko got some of the best feints in the sport of boxing as well. He can feint his ass off. He has really, really good feints. Hell of a footwork. Devin Haney just need to make it a boring fight. Make it a boring fight. Just do what Teofimo Lopez pretty much did. We know what he's gonna do. You got to take it to him. Go to this body jab. That body work. Listen, those body shots that Teofimo did really, really worked a lot. Right now, and I think, let's see, I think when I saw that fight, I think I might have gave Loma 4 rounds. I think I gave him 4 rounds in that fight against Teofimo. But yeah, it's a 50-50 fight. And then Lomachenko is 35 years old, so I don't know. We don't know what it'll be like when he comes back, will he be the same and nothing like that, you know what I mean? So we'll see. But to me, that'll be my key to victory. It's a 50-50 fight, in my opinion. Shout out to Mr. Calderon for dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He says too much sensitivity from all fan bases this week. Yes, it is. I totally agree. Too much sensitivity from the Devin Haney's fan base side. Too much sensitivity from the Tank Davis side. Too much sensitivity from the Lomachenko side. Too much sensitivity from the Garcia side. It's just too much sensitivity everywhere. Everybody's pretty much doing the same shit. Everybody's right. No one is wrong. Everybody's fanboying except us. Everybody's saying the same shit. If you ain't got their favorite fighter, if you ain't sucking their favorite fighter off and praising them, and motherfuckers is getting offended and insensitive and stuff like that. If you don't see things the way they see it, like me, I don't believe in arguing certain points. There's no need to argue. This is how you feel. There's nothing wrong with that. This is how you feel. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's agree to disagree. Why is it so important to you that I see things the way you want me to see them? It's not important for me for you to see things the way I see them. I see things the way I see them. Respect that. You see things the way you see them. I can respect the fact that you see things differently from me. Let's just agree to disagree and move on. You got dudes who are professional arguers. They love to argue. They like, oh man, yeah, you don't see things the way I want to see it. No, I want to sit here and argue it and this and that. And all like, argue for what? There's no need to argue. I understand your position. You understand my position. Let's move on. Shit. You know what I mean? I'm not finna be going through that shit. Tongue wrestling motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I'm not finna be tongue wrestling motherfuckers. Any trolls in here, moderators, get them off the block. We're not gonna be a rest haven for them. Any trolls in here, moderators, get their ass off the block. Block them, send them to oblivion. I do not care. Let's see. Shout out to right hand lead for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said have you had a chance to study Keyshawn Davis code? Yeah, I love Keyshawn Davis, man. He's a bad boy. Keyshawn Davis, and I think Keyshawn is training over there with Terrence Crawford. I want to say, I'm not sure. I think maybe it's Shakur Stevenson as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he said, what do you think about his skills and prospects going forward? Looks like a problem at 135 to me. Yeah, he's gonna be a problem at 135. I don't think Bob Arum should like move him up the ladder very, very fast. Now, one thing I do like about Bob Arum, I will say this: Bob don't believe in motherfucker not making the tough fights. Like, listen, as long as you sign with Top Rank, Bob like, look here, kid, you're a champion. He's a champion. He's a tough prospect. You're a champion. You guys need to fight each other. That's one thing about Bob. Bob, and as much criticism as I give Bob Arum, I have to give him his props as it relates to him making the in-house fights, the top guys fight each other. I give him his props for that. I give him his props for that. But listen, I can't shit on Bob for that, bro. He does that. Bob does that. Bob does that. Bob does that. Yeah, he does that. Shout out to Kings of Commonwealth for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your board.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, did you think T.O.'s loss was bad luck? No, it wasn't bad luck. It's just that he just lost. I don't think it was bad luck, Kings of Commonwealth. He just lost. He lost focus. He started doing other things. You know what I mean? Maybe they overlooked George Kambosos. You know, I don't think it was bad luck. I think it was just lack of preparation. He just assumed he was going to run through the guy. And you can tell by his game plan that that's what he thought. I'm just going to land his right hand, knock him out, get him out of here. And now he almost got George Kambosos out of there. When that was, the 10th round? 10th or 11th round when he finally knocked him down? And he finally knocked him down. But I just think that it was just lack of preparation. It is what it is. And, you know, anything can happen in the sport of boxing. Any given day in the sport of boxing. It is what it is. JD, shout out to J Dog for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your board.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, here's something for you, and go Haney all the way. And this is the thing, too. I don't have a problem with anyone loving whichever fighter they love. You want to be a fan or a fanboy of the fighter? No problem. I ain't got no problem with none of that shit. The problem is when you try to convince me to see things the way you want me to see them. I should be nobody to you, meaning the fanboy, to where you feel I want you to see things the way I see it. You know what I mean? Like, you're adding too much importance. Like some of you trolls that come over here. You freely came over here. It's called free will. Guess what? You can freely take your ass back to where you came from. I said time and time again, if you are a troll or a racist, I don't need your subscribership. I don't need your money. Go back to where you came from. I tolerated a lot of shit for 17 months since I had this channel. Tried to be fair, this and that. And what I realized is this here. No matter what I did, it didn't work. Tank Davis fans, some of them, they hate my ass. Devin Haney, some of they fans, they hate my ass. Lomachenko, they hate my ass. Tyson Fury, Canelo, whatever the case may be. So I'm like, man, fuck all y'all. You bring your ass over here with that bullshit trolling, block, see your ass going back to your mammy's house. I really don't care. One who tries to please everybody offends everybody. I ain't trying to please the motherfucker. I'm not. I'm going to call it the way I see it. You don't have to agree with it. If you like it, cool. If you don't like it, cool, that's fine. We just agree to disagree. I'm not going to have a civil war about my damn opinion. And I'm not going to have a civil war with you about your opinion. Do you, I'm going to do me, and that's fine. You like it or don't like it, cool. Turn off, leave, don't come back, or turn off today, come back tomorrow. Whatever, doesn't make me no never mind. But the trolling, we blocking all that shit from this point forward. And you ain't going to be able to come back. Create another account. Come up with another account. Come up with another account. I don't give a damn if you're a black troll. I don't care if you're a Hispanic troll. I don't care if you're a white troll. I don't care if you're an Asian troll. You bring your ass on over here, block, holler, go to another platform and talk about me. Blow me up. Because that's what they're doing anyway. We almost have 14,000 subscribers. They talk about me all the time on these other channels. I appreciate it. Free advertising and promotion. And my haters will always be nameless. Yeah. What you say, Yarmans? You say, Coach, why you coming down from the heavens to address these clowns? You hit the nail right on the head, fam. You right about that. This will be my last day. This will be my last day, Yarmans. Yarmans, you right about that, fam. I was wrong. You right about that. That'll be my last time addressing him. Let's talk boxing, though. Let's see. Shout out to the fight doctor, man. Shot time in the building. Shot time in the building. Hey, the fight doctor. I got something for you.
Dollar Bill! Shut down!
I got something for you. Hey, fight doctor. I got something for you. I got something for the fight doctor.
Man, who this little young whippersnapper running all up into my combo? Look at you. You're all wet behind your ears. Breath smelling like Similac. Man, you better go on home before you get your little thick ass tossed up.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Bruce Goals in the building. Man. Bruce Goals in the building. Fight doctor in the building. Hey, fight doctor. I had that one there especially for you. Oh, God damn, boy.
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the prettiest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Sure enough.
Well, who am I?
Sure enough.
Who am I?
Sure enough.
I can't hear you.
Sure enough.
Shogun of Harlem.
Yeah, man. Bless 365. What's going on, sis? What's going on? True. Oh, man, this is what it is. Nelly, RIP to Bernie Mac. Yeah, RIP to Bernie Mac, man. RIP to Bernie Mac, man. Yeah, but you know what, though? Like, all bullshit aside, dog, I'm going to be honest with you. The Lomachenko fight and Devin Haney fight is a fight to make. For me. I ain't, and this is no shade. This is no shade to what, George Kambosos ain't have no fans. Those Devin Haney haters. But to whoever who may be a fan of Kambosos, I don't, if that fight has to happen, so be it. Right? But for me as a boxing fan, I would just love to see that Lomachenko fight next. I know he's in war in the Ukraine. So so realistically, that fight won't happen because he's in war in the Ukraine, right? But if somehow, some way, the Bob father can mysteriously make that happen, that'd be beautiful. Now, hey, Bless, what you say, sis? You say, what if Devin moves up to 140? Listen, now he addressed that yesterday, Bless. Go check. I advise you guys go check that interview out on the Boxing Voice if you didn't see it. Devin Haney was on the Boxing Voice. He said that if he's going to talk it over with his team, if he moves up to 140, he's going to drop all the belts. My thing is, if you can't make the weight, fuck it. Because I don't want to hear no excuses. If you fight Lomachenko and you lose, I don't want to hear no shit from Devin Haney or his fans saying that, oh man, the reason why Dale lost Lomachenko, if that fight was to happen, or if he fight George Kambosos again and he loses, that he was struggling to make weight. I don't want to hear that. Because all these fighters at some point in time may have hell catching weight. Now, someone like a Lomachenko, he's a naturally small guy. He probably make weight easy. He's a naturally small guy. He's in his 30s, and he's not a big guy at all. So he probably make weight easy as hell, someone like him. But someone that's like a 23-year-old young man like Devin Haney, still growing, he's probably struggling like hell to make that weight. That's fine. But I'm not going to throw a pity parade for him. You see what I'm saying? He got to do what's best for him. At the end of the day, if he move up to 140, Blast, then you got some killers up there. You see what I'm saying? What you say, PBC fanboy? Exactly. Yeah. Vic C, he said, how do you feel about Loma still being on the pound for pound list? I mean, I don't have any feelings, yay or nay about it. You want to know why, Vic C? I don't add credence to the pound for pound list that's put by ESPN. The pound for pound list, Vic C, is very subjective to the individual, and it's based on popularity and other things, right? The way these, anything that's coming from the corporate establishment. Remember, ESPN is owned by Disney. It's a corporate establishment, and people who work for them, they have to toe the corporate lines. I don't get into pound for pound. What I noticed when you start talking about pound for pound, it leads to arguments, motherfuckers getting mad, yelling, screaming, hooping, hollering, having shootouts, knife fights, MMA fights. But I'm not getting into that. I don't care nothing about the pound for pound list, Vixie. I don't care. Whoever if you want to have Roland Romero as pound for pound number 1, you can have him on there. You don't want to know why? Because it's subjective to you. It's based on how you feel. Whatever your criteria may be. You see what I'm saying? So I don't care. They can have whoever they want to have on there. You see what I'm saying? They can have whoever they want to have on there. Me personally, I don't have a pound for pound list. And if I did have a pound for pound list, I wouldn't tell no goddamn body. Because for shit I've been goddamn seeing, it's World War II. What the hell you mean? What the hell you mean? Goddamn, you ain't got, what the hell you mean? You ain't got Lomachenko rank number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. What the hell you talking about? You was a hater. What the hell you talking about? You ain't got Teofimo Lopez up there. Why you ain't got Tank up there? Did you see what he did at the Barclays Center? Why you ain't got Shakur Stevenson up there? How come Olafet and Usyk ain't up there? So I ain't finna be going through all that shit, man. I ain't finna go through all that shit. What you think about my list? Yeah, do you like the list? Yeah, I like my list. Okay, cool. If you like it, that's cool for you. That's good. That's good. That's what I think about it. What I think don't matter. What I think don't matter. It's what you think. You put the list together. That's my answer to that. PBC fanboy. He said Erlen Crawford. Oh. Hey, boy, that shit there, boy. I'm telling you, boy. You know what I mean? Shit. I stick to my old school fighters. This modern day boxing, boy. This shit right here. This shit just too much for me. This shit is too stressful. This shit is too stressful. Oh man, God damn, I ain't know this shit was like this. Hey, Bless, I'm gonna be dead. Hey, Bless, this some real shit. And I was talking to Lisa Bales one time, right? Me and Lisa was talking. And I told Lisa, I said, Lisa, you know what? Man, when I first started my channel, I was gonna talk about politics and religion, right? But I seen how emotional it was and how divisive it was and how people really get really charged up about that subject matter. So I said, I'm gonna go into a safe subject matter where they ain't got that many, I'm gonna go into a safer subject matter to where I'm just gonna talk about boxing and stuff like that. Man, little did I know. Boy, boxing is terrible. Boy, online boxing? Oh my God. Lord. Boy, listen, if you have an opinion that differs from someone else, man, it's World War X. Motherfuckers, man, God damn, listen, let me tell you something. I have never been threatened this much before in my life. But my 48 years living on earth, the 17 months I've been on YouTube as a content creator, I've received more threats, been called more coons, more Uncle Toms, been called more niggers, more this and that. Then shut your ass up. When I see you, I'm gonna put paws on you. More they gun vibe, bro. Like I'm like, damn, all this about boxing? Shit. Bro, like this shit is terrible. And I'm done. I'm done. I'm coming out 21 gun salute. I'm blazing everybody. Everybody getting it. Don't matter to me. When they bring their ass over here, moderators, block them. Send them back home to their mama's house. I don't even want to see the comments. And ain't nobody getting unblocked. Once your ass get blocked, you ain't getting unblocked no more. That's it. That's it. Jose, what you say, fam? He say, ESPN pound for pound list is what Bob orders. That's all. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, Jose, I don't get involved with corporate media. The corporate media, I don't get involved with it. You see what I'm saying? Because it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Schoolo X-Mon, he said they're real moist these days. Yeah, they're real moist, but they real moist. Lisa said, yeah, I remember that, Coach. Yeah, I know you remember, Lisa. I know you remember. All that say boxing is political. Yeah, I know that now. I know that after the fact. I didn't know that before the fact, Arlette. You know how you jump in the water You know how you jump in the water and don't realize it's wet? God damn, you know how you jump in the water, right? You be like, okay, you know what, man, I'm finna go swimming in that pool. I don't want to go swimming in this pool right here because this water too cold. So I ain't, it's too cold over here. Let me just jump in this water over here. This water look nice and warm and safe. I jumped in that motherfucking water and god damn, this bro, like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I got my back up against the wall. I was just swinging. Just swinging. Hold on, let me see how many likes we got. We got enough likes up? We got over 300 people in here, less than 200 likes. I'll open up the phone lines. Once we get the likes up. Yeah, man. Fuck them. You know what I mean? Run all their ass off the block. Every last one of them. I don't give a damn. Don't make me no never mind. Make them create another account and come back.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
When the phone lines open up,
I want you to call me.
all you Bruce Leroys out there who want to pull up,
I am sick of hearing these bullshit Superman stories about the Wassa legendary Bruce Leroy catching bullets with his teeth. Catches bullets with his teeth? Nigga, please.
Shout out to Show Dog. Let's give a round of applause. All right, Peter Bernie Mac, man. Dollar Bill.
Who you think he is? DJ Quick?
No,
huh?
No, I ain't saying
Kid
that.
Capri?
I didn't say that.
Oh, you must be Jimmy Walker. Blue, you ain't nothing. You don't deserve nothing. You don't get nothing. You get what I give you. I got a contract between me and you that say you do what I tell you to do. Therefore, shut the fuck. Don't say nothing. Don't speak to me. Don't look at me.
I just want money. I just said.
Blue, if I raise up, gonna be trouble. Trouble. I'm walking off.
Blue? Here you go. Blue? If I raise up, you come over here trolling, it's gonna be trouble. Trouble. Now walk it off. Walk it off. That's all you can do, walk it off. That's all you can do, walk it off. Go ahead and walk it off. All right, now. Shout out to Kanye. What'd you say, fam? He said, cool boy Steph better stay away from a new way if he know what's good for him. Cool boy Steph is I don't know, man, bro. I don't know about that. I like a new way now. He a bad motherfucker. He one of my favorite fighters. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, boy. The monster, that boy is the real deal. But we can't pretend that Steph ain't the real deal neither. That motherfucker, that boy, real deal. Guess what? I don't believe in protecting fighters. You say he need to stay away from him? No. If he move his ass up to 122, yeah, they need to fight. I want to see that fight. Shit, I don't believe in putting fighters in the witness protection program. No, because if this guy is who you say he is, we need to see that. That boy Cool Boy Steph a motherfucker, man. And the new way is a motherfucker. That's what makes it so beautiful, Kenny. That's what makes it so beautiful. If he after a new way if he can become undisputed, because I think the guy, what the dude name? He has the WBO strap in the bantamweight division. I forgot his name. Paul something. Dude named Paul got the WBO strap, and he said he's willing to fight a new way for undisputed. That's a good thing. He said he's willing to fight him, which is beautiful. So since he's willing to fight him, a new way probably should go ahead and become undisputed. Since we are living in the era of undisputed. We had 2 become undisputed last year. Josh Taylor, Canelo Alvarez. And we have 2 became undisputed this year. Jamel Charlo and Devin Haney. So shit, if a new way can become undisputed, that'll be 3 this year. How can you be a fan of boxing that don't like undisputed? For all the belts. Clear, that's so there's no, but he ain't fight that dude. No, I want to see everybody fight everybody. I don't believe in protecting fighters because this guy make more money than the other guy or this guy sell more tickets than the other guy. I don't believe in that shit. Now, I will say this. If I was a promoter, like a Leonard Ellaby or a Bob Arum or a Eddie Hearn or a Frank Warren or a Lou DiBella, I'll probably see things differently. Because I wouldn't be looking at it from a boxing fan standpoint. I'll be looking at it from a business standpoint. I'll be looking at it from shit, from a matchmaking standpoint. Man, this gonna be a tough fight right here, boy. Shit, I can't put them in there. I can't put my fight in there. That fighter right there, boy. Damn, boy, we'll lose our leverage. He get in the ring with this dude, and motherfucking man, and lose. This gonna fuck up everything. So I'm just being honest with you guys. We created commandments. Over here, we the only boxing channel that have commandments. Motherfuckers be breaking them all the time, but at least we got them right as a barometer, as a gauge. But if I was a promoter, I'd probably see things the way the promoter see things. I'm not a promoter. I don't cut these fighters checks. I don't. Well, some would probably say us content creators, we are kind of promoters because we create the content. Because on the mainstream media, don't talk about these fighters the way we talk about them. ESPN ain't talk about boxers every day. Guess who talk about the fighters every day? Us content creators. Us content creators run the block now. We run the block. We push the narratives. We run all that shit now. You go look up a fighter, you're going to see 1,000 videos from all of the content creators who constantly putting stuff out there. So we the one really keeping it, making it do what it do. When the casual gets online, and look up a fighter, somebody might have made a video about Jake Paul. I told the young brother next door who lived next to me, he was like, yeah, man, do you know who Jake Paul is? I said, yeah, I know who Jake Paul is. Yeah, man, Jake Paul is good. He's my favorite fighter. I said, oh, man. hey, Bless. Listen, Bless, I wanted to tell him, I wanted to say, listen, man, kid, Jake Paul ain't no real fighter. But he had like that starry look in his eyes. That gleeful look, and I just didn't, this is what I wanted to tell
Man, who this little young whippersnapper running all up into my combo? Look at you. You're all wet behind your ears. Breath smelling like Similac. Man, you better go on home before you get your little thick ass tossed up.
And then he was trying to educate me on boxing at 11 years old. Yeah, you see what I like about Jake Paul. And then he said he was a subscriber to the channel. And how many videos you make of Jake Paul? I'm like, man, I ain't making no goddamn videos of Jake Paul. Yeah, you gotta cover more Jake Paul. Oh man, god damn, man.
You sound like a bitch. Bitch. Man, I ain't worried about jail. Shit, man, I don't give a damn about going to jail. Nigga, take me to jail.
Take me to jail.
Shit, lock me up.
Lock me up.
Throw away the key.
Throw away the key.
I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I say, you know what, man, I ain't gonna do it because he don't know no better. Because like my mate used to tell me, sometimes you don't know what you don't know until you know it. That's an old saying from the South. Sometimes you don't know what you don't know until you know it. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. God damn, man. I was just like, man, yeah, I wasn't gonna do him like that. He said with their chin, okay, you talking to he said, Jaime, he said, Coach, you did the right thing, not telling the kid the truth. Yeah, I wasn't, because he's only 11. He don't know no better. So I have to wait till he gets a little older and then say, look here, Jitterbug, check this out, Jitterbug, baby boy, check this out, baby boy. Listen, let me teach you how this thing called boxing goes. Let me teach you this here, man. Have you heard? The first fight I'm gonna start with is Sugar Ray Robinson. Have you ever heard of Sugar Ray Robinson? No, who is that? Who is Sugar Ray Robinson? Is he better than Jake Paul? Oh god damn. Have you ever heard of Muhammad Ali? Muhammad Ali. Yeah, I think I heard of him. But is he better than Jake Paul? I'm like, oh man, god damn. We got the phone lines open, man. Phone lines are gonna be open, man. It is what it is, man. When we open up the phone lines,
I want you to call me.
Yeah, man. Let's talk boxing, man. I really like the fact that hopefully, listen. What do you guys think? I want to see the Lomachenko. If they can bring Lomachenko back from war, Bob Arum, he can do all things. He is the Bob father, right? They say he's the Bob father, so he should be able to make that happen. I would love to see that fight. I love to see that fight. You know what I mean? I love to see that fight. What you say? She said, y'all ain't shit. Show some love. Hey, Arlette. But listen. Well, listen. It's too many. It's too many fanboys in this. Mad at the motherfucker, man. God damn, we ain't allowed to come over there and troll no more. So shit, the nigga say he gonna block us. God damn. So what we gonna do? What we gonna do? What we gonna do? So the phone lines is open. 530-494-9636. Call in. Call me if you need someone to talk to. Call me. Talking boxing guaranteed. You know what I mean? Shout out to SOS Band. Oh man. What you say? What you say? He said, yeah, let's talk boxing. Best Jake Paul fights from the greatest. From great to the greatest. Bro, listen. He had a if you would have saw the look on his face, I said, yeah, I can't, man. I can't break the kid hard. I can't break the kid hard. I couldn't. But anyways, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Cole? It's Yamas, man, from Brooklyn.
Yamas from Brooklyn. Talk to me, my brother. Talk to me. Brooklyn in the house.
Yo, Coach, why are you addressing that foolishness, man? Come on, man. Yo, we need these niggas on the channel to build it up. These fucking mobs is going crazy, man. They blocking me. I'm a supporter, man.
You got blocked?
Yeah, yo, give me a wrench or something, man. Because they getting carried away. Yo, listen. Yo,
I'll unblock you. I'll unblock you.
No. I mean, fuck it. You make me a mod, I was saying. My point is this. We need the trolls in the channel to build it up. Like, we need them around, man.
Nah.
Yo, like, the mods is getting crazy. Don't block them, Coach. We need them. We need difference of opinion, man.
Nah. Listen. Listen. There's a difference between... I don't think you understand, Yarmus. There's nothing wrong with differences of opinion. If someone has a difference of opinion, there's nothing wrong with that. They should not be blocked. The trolls are the ones who, like, they know who the trolls are. They know who the trolls are. The ones who always coming with the bullshit, the fuck shit, all of the racist shit, the subliminal shit, the ones who constantly been trolling me literally since I've been on here. I don't think you're familiar with them, but y'all don't block Yarmis. But what you don't understand is you don't understand that, just pretty much what I've been going through. And I've been charging it to the game. I'm just not doing it no more. I don't need trolls to grow. I'm an excellent marketer. I know what I'm doing. I don't need them. I trust me, I don't need them. I don't need them. And I'm not tolerating them anymore. I'm just not.
But Coach, hear me out. On some real shit?
Yes, sir.
You know these niggas ain't no threat in real life. These niggas ain't outside, man.
Yeah,
Don't nobody follow me in real life.
No, Yarmus, I ain't worried.
On the internet,
I'm not worried about that.
I'm this, I'm that.
I'm not worried about it.
You better not be, man. Don't ever, come on, Coach. Come on, man.
Woo.
You can't stress that.
Bro, listen, Yarmus, I don't think you understand. Bro, like that's the last thing I'm worried about. I'm not worried about any of that. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about any of that. It's just that I'm not dealing with it no more. I'm done. That's all I'm saying. So, Yarmus, if you blocked, I'm gonna block you right now. I'm gonna make you a moderator so you don't get blocked. Yarmus is kind of rough, but I'm gonna block. I'm gonna block him. That's man. He tight dude. He a tight guy. He a tight guy. I'm gonna block
hold on. I got a question. I'm gonna say one thing. I'm gonna get the line. Yo, I want your opinion on a Better BF and Joe Smith shit. Better BF just need my man from my gym. It's Staten Island. Paul Kelly just beat Marcus Brown. You know what I'm saying? He stopped him. I want your opinion. He about to fight Joe Smith, the white guy from Long Island.
You talking about Beterbiev and Better be Beterbiev, however you want to pronounce it. He's fighting Joe Smith. You know what, man? Let me tell you something, bro. Listen, I'm looking forward to seeing that fight, fam. I'm looking forward to seeing that fight for real, bro, because Joe Smith is a tough guy, blue collar guy. He's one of listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Joe Smith is one of my favorite fighters. He was a construction worker.
Why?
Hold on, I'm finna tell you.
Why?
Listen, hear me out. He's a construction worker. You know who else was a construction worker when they was boxing? Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
A lot of niggas.
Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Nigga, Hagler used to go to work on the construction site. When he get off work, go straight to the gym. You see what I'm saying? This is the shit he had to go through. Nah. Go home, do his running, road running, all that. I'm just saying though. So I'm not saying that Joe Smith is the most talented fighter, but I respect. He's a blue collar fighter. I don't just like the the popular fighters, the ones who got the big names, I like the blue collar fighters as well. Joe Smith Jr. is a blue collar fighter. I mean, I like the dude, dog. I like him. He's the blue collar fighter.
Better be ever than Marcus, man. Marcus went to me the Olympics, man.
No, I'm not saying that Joe Smith is going to beat Better BF. I'm not saying that. I didn't say that. I'm just saying I like him. I like Joe Smith. I'm not saying they're gonna beat him. You feel me?
I hear you, man.
Yeah. I didn't say they're gonna beat him. You know, if you ask me who I like between the two fighters, I'm picking Beterbiev to stop Joe Smith. I'm picking Beterbiev to stop him, to beat him. I mean, I ain't no fool, but I'm just saying. But I like Joe Smith. I just like the fact he got it. You know, he's a blue collar fighter, man. He's a blue collar fighter. I like that. I like the blue collar fighter.
Now, I want you to realize something. I be in the chat, right? These stupid niggas talking this bullshit. In real life, nobody has nothing to say. I want you to take the same approach, Coach. I love your show, man. I'm gonna get up the line, man. Respect and love, man.
All right. Shout out. Hey, you. I looked on here. You're not blocked, dog. You're not on the block list. You're not blocked at all. So.
Nah, some nigga like time me out.
You're not blocked. You're not blocked.
Yeah,
hey, but
time yourself out, man.
Shout out.
Step off a bridge, man. Time me out, man. Get out of here.
Shout out to Yamas, man. You're not blocked. Nobody blocked you. Yeah, man. So, I got Joe Smith. Again, I know, I got Beterbiev beating Joe Smith, but I do like Joe Smith. He's a blue collar worker. He's a blue collar worker, blue collar fighter. I like those type of guys. You know what I mean? Working on the construction site and boxing at the same time. I don't know if he's a laborer or nothing like that, but the shit just reminds me of my man Marvin Hagler. It reminds me of that. Reminds me of Hagler, man. So, getting it the hard way. I respect that. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's happening, Coach? It's Des Buchanan from Mobile, Alabama.
Des, talk to me, fam. From Mobile, talk to me.
Yes, sir. Just gotta want to play manager for a minute, man, on Devin Haney's next fight.
There you go. He's not want to play.
You already know.
Go ahead.
You already know what we do, man.
Go ahead.
All right. So I know you were talking about wanting to see him fight Lomachenko in the next fight, but the biggest from Devin is a lot of his fights aren't entertaining, and even his avenue to beat Lomachenko, you said yourself, is going to have to be a boring fight. Keep him on the end of the jab.
Yeah.
Don't let him get on the inside. Work those angles. His avenue to win is going to be yet another boring fight.
Yes.
My suggestion as the manager, where I want to see him end up next in the ring, is with Ryan Garcia. This is why.
You talking about Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia? You want to see that next?
I want to see that next. I think it does great things for both young men. Two young champions, good looking dude, you know what I mean? No pause, you know what I mean? But Ryan has a following on Instagram, stuff like that. So, he's going to create a buzz. He's already been turfing at Devin Haney on social media, calling him NyQuil. And to your point earlier, was not Cambosis half of this fight that was born. Was Cambosis half? Cambosis was in the fight. The fight was born. Would it not be Ryan Garcia's absolute duty, if he is to get in the ring with Devin, to make sure that it isn't a NyQuil fight? Would he not be held to that?
Yeah,
he's going to say Devin Haney has born fights, it's going to be his duty to make it happen.
Yes, sir. And they have a backstory. They have a backstory. They fought 6 times in the amateurs. I think Ryan Garcia beat Devin 3 times, and Devin beat him 3 times. So they do have a backstory.
Yes, sir. Tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Tiebreaker, and then Devin doesn't really do too much for himself, in the social media aspect. But I don't think he's going to back down in the conferences when Ryan gets to turping at him in his face. So this can do a lot for Devin too, because he's got the video girlfriend. You know what I mean? So on World Star, he's going to get him, some eyes on him as well, stuff like that. But I definitely think it'll sell. And this is another thing that I'll be looking at too. These young dudes. Both of them, they're still, like you were saying, they're young. They're still developing as men. I don't really see Devin in his man frame yet, like his grown man body. I know they're not going to fight Tank, but I think Tank gives both of these dudes problems because Tank is very, very skilled. IQ is high. He hits hard. He may hurt one of these dudes. These dudes got experience with one another. They can fight. I think the fight ends up being entertaining. Ryan Garcia's got fast hands. He's going to move his hands. Devin Haney is more than confident that he can beat him. So, he's going to fire back. It should look good optically. It should be a show for the fans and stuff like that. But I don't think they name each other. You know what I'm saying? So they could potentially do it again. And, if Ryan wins, he's undisputed without, putting himself at too much risk of being hurt for real, because Devin doesn't really crack all that hard. He depends on outboxing you to beat you.
Right.
But I honestly think, Devin wins the fight. He maintains the title and, keeps it moving. Potentially they could do it again too.
What about the Lomachenko fight though? Like I would want to see. Listen. If I had it my way, I would love to see Devin Haney and Lomachenko fight next instead of George Kambosos. Even though I know that
I don't want to.
I would like to see that fight next if they can get Lomachenko from the Ukraine and bring him back over here. That's the fight I think I would like to see. I would like to see next myself.
Look, and this is the only reason I don't particularly care to see that one. Lomachenko got outboxed by Teofimo, and you can't really do this, but this is what happened. Lomachenko got outboxed by Teo. Teo got outboxed by Kambosos. Kambosos couldn't win a round against Devin. You know what I'm saying? So when you really look at it, Devin should be able to do that against Lomachenko. You know what I mean? If Teofimo did it against Lomachenko, then he should be able to do it, because what Teo beat Lomachenko with was largely a jab and a second hook. That's like you were saying. Does Devin do that? Yes. Is he longer than is he longer than Teo? Yes. Is his wheels better than Teo? Yes. So he should be able to keep Loma at a distance where he can't do the Ukrainian dance all the way around to his weak side and salsa dance on him all night.
Yeah, but see, the problem with your logic is this. What you're doing, you're trying to use the triangle theory. You're saying that, hey, because Teofimo beat Lomachenko, George Kambosos beat Teofimo, and Devin Haney beat George Kambosos, that he should be able to do the same thing to Lomachenko. That's not really how it works. You know what I mean? Like Lomachenko can very well beat the brakes off of Devin Haney. Lomachenko can very well come in there and do some things to Devin Haney that no one has ever done to him before, because from a stylistic standpoint, it might be a nightmare for him. You see what I'm saying? You can't do the like. I'll give you a perfect example before I let you go. Roberto Duran got knocked out by who? Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns got knocked out by doggone Iran Barkley. Roberto Duran moved up in weight to fought Iran Barkley. Iran Barkley was a motherfucker. Right. Now, and to your point, everybody knew that Iran Barkley was gonna put what my main man name is, Roberto Duran to sleep, because Tommy Hearns put him to sleep, and then Iran Barkley put doggone Tommy Hearns to sleep. Doggone Roberto Duran not only beat Iran Barkley, but he dropped him. I think he won a split decision, something like that. So yeah, you can't do that. But I get what you're trying to say.
Correct.
I get what you're trying to say.
The main thing I want to see is entertaining fights and stuff like that. I don't think the Devin Haney Lomachenko fight ends up being as entertaining for the casuals. Us fight heads are gonna love to see if Devin Haney, this kid, can outbox this pure all-time great quote unquote boxer in Lomachenko. And he is an all-time great pure boxer. Take nothing away from somebody with dang near 400 wins as an amateur and only a couple of losses. You hard pressed finding anybody who's done that. But I definitely feel like, Teo got something to get back with Kambosos. They can do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see Haney do this to Kambosos again, because I don't see what Kambosos does different at all. He stands straight up. He doesn't move his feet well, like side to side. He fights in straight lines. He's going to get danced on again. Nobody really wants to see Haney Kambosos again. So, Teo, go get it back from Kambosos. You still got work to do over there. Get that back. Because he really kind of beat himself trying to knock him out. He thought he was going to run over this dude, realized the dude, was there to fight. It didn't happen.
All right, but salute to Dez calling from Mobile, Alabama. Salute to you, fam. Thank you for calling in.
Go see your Haney next.
Yes, sir.
Go see your Haney next.
Shout out to $1 trillion Dream. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say, pay attention. Haney will not fight Tank or Ryan next. He's with Bob, ESPN. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I already know that, fam. He say Loma, then he'll move up to fight Josh Taylor. Get over it. Yeah, I already know that, fam. I already know that. That fight ain't gonna happen. You already know that. You hit the nail right on the head. Haney is under contract, not fighting Tank, and Leonard ain't gonna make that fight happen anyway. So, and Tank is not gonna fight anybody anything that's outside of the PBC. Those fights are not gonna happen. So, by Tank re-signing with them, that pretty much put the nail in the coffin for that. So Tank is cool with the status quo. That's fine. I ain't tripping on none of that. Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, man. The thing with Ryan Garcia, $1 trillion dreams. I don't trust that dude. I don't trust him or his promoter because they do a whole lot of capping and stuff like that. Ryan pull out of fights. His promoter pull his fighters out of fights. So they say a whole lot of shit every time it's time. What I noticed, $1 trillion dreams is a trend when it comes to Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya. Anytime Ryan has a fight coming up, they go to talking about Tank, go to talking about Devin, go to talking about Godzilla, go to talk about Mothra, go to talk about Donkey Kong, Mario Brothers. They do a whole lot of name dropping when it comes time to when they have a fight coming up against a quote unquote inferior opponent. And then after the fight, all that shit they said before, it just disappears. So I don't believe shit they say anyways. But you're right. He's not gonna be able to get around the contracts. Shout out to Ricky Ricardo though. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What did he say? He said, Coach, go to YouTube boxing viral, play the music video, Eddie Hearn, Ain't No Sunshine. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about this video right here.
When Tank's gone,
I'll smack the shit out in front of everybody.
Only dark times for you.
I mean, just throw Haney's name in the hat. There is no fucking hat.
Ain't no sunshine when Tank's gone.
I don't play them type of games.
Leonard L.B. Why you always talking about me?
Did you fucking learn your lesson from that? With AJ?
Ain't no sunshine when Tank's gone.
I'll knock that motherfucker's hole out. Period.
Only dark times for you.
There ain't no hats to throw nothing in here. We're running a fucking business.
Ain't no sunshine when Tank's gone.
You fucking idiot.
Leonard L.B. Why you always talking about?
I'm thinking about hooking up with Eddie Hearn. I told you I was thinking about bringing back my R&B group, right? You know what I mean? I'm thinking about me and Eddie. I'm thinking about hooking up with Eddie. We can go on tour. Me and Eddie can go on tour. Get some of that international money from the R&B scene. Shout out to Happy Rivera. Hey, okay. For that $2, bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Hey.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Yeah, man. I think what I'm gonna do, man. I think we can do that, man. I think I'm gonna reach out to Eddie, man. See can we form a group. Yeah, Hyman, what you say for him? He said Hagler knocked out Hearn. Duran went 12 with Hagler. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like the triangle theory doesn't work. Hyman, you see what I'm saying? Styles make fights. We don't know, any given day, somebody can win. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. That's why we need to see these fights. Like, we can argue and debate all the time about who gonna win. Loma take Devin Haney to school, and Lomachenko probably maybe he can take Devin Haney to school. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? But what I do, or some people will say, man, Devin Haney, keep Lomachenko on the outside and just box the shit out of him. Maybe he will be able to do that. But you know what? To clear all doubt, and we can see that fight happen. I'm all about letting the fighters settle it in the ring. You see what I'm saying? Because the only way we truly gonna know is we see the fights. Now, Ryan Garcia, I don't take nothing he say serious, him or Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya, I don't take nothing he say serious. Neither one of them. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you, though. I don't take neither one of them, neither one of them serious. I'm just not even gonna lie to you, bro. But damn, you know what I mean? So we got 3 fights, So in the lightweight, put it this way. Let's look at the lightweight division. So we have, hold on, as a matter of fact, let me do this, guys. Let me pull up what we have. Let me pull up what we have. I want you guys to see what we have. Share screen. Let me pull up what we have coming up. So this weekend, They got Jaime Munguia versus Jimmy Kelly. We know what Jimmy Kelly looks like, right? Let me move this. Sorry about that. He said coach going to be on the zone side of the street with her. I smell this shadow turning by soon. Hey, Lynn. hey, Lynn, a motherfucker. Jimmy Kelly, Jaime Munguia is fighting Jimmy Kelly. Now, all of these fights are this weekend, guys. I think. What the fuck the day is? Yeah, this weekend. Yeah, is it this weekend? Yeah, this weekend. The day the 9th, right? It's the day the 9th. I'll be losing track of the day the 9th. It's this weekend. As a matter of fact, damn, I'm tripping. Let me go back. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. This weekend, these are the fights we have. Trevor Bryan versus Daniel Dubois, right? That's in Miami at the Highlight. Edgar Berlanga versus Alexis Angulo. I saw that press conference this morning. Well, today, yeah, I saw that press conference this morning. So that's going to be on ESPN, I think. Yeah, ESPN. This Trevor Bryan fight in Dubois is going to be on BT Sports. I don't know how you're going to watch it on the States. I think they got a pay-per-view over here. Ain't nobody buying that shit though. I don't think nobody in the United States even know about that fight, to be honest with you. Nobody in the United States even know these guys are fighting. I saw that press conference. That shit was terrible. I got Daniel Dubois stopping Trevor Bryan in 7. Trevor Bryan is probably one of the worst fighters I've ever seen in my life. I'm just being honest with you. I know I'll be laughing and capping for him and trying to build him up, but I'm just being honest with you. He's probably one of the worst fighters I've seen in my life. He got a good jab and stuff, but I mean, one of the worst heavyweights. He's not that good. Not that good. Struggle with low level competition. You know, it's a fight in Liverpool. Now this is next weekend. A tour of Beterbiev, well, however you want to say it, Beterbiev, a tour of Beterbiev versus Joe Smith. You know, Joe Smith is a blue collar fighter. Now, do I think he's going to beat Beterbiev? No, I don't. You know, Beterbiev is a monster. That motherfucker, that monster. This is the guy who I said Canelo Alvarez needs to stay the fuck away from. Don't even get in there with this dude here. You can't be flat-footed fighting this guy. This guy gonna put you to sleep. You know what I mean? Leave him alone, right? And boxing is about matchups. But I have Beterbiev probably stopping Joe Smith. If Joe Smith can pull off this upset, boy, this will be huge if he can pull off this upset. They're fighting in the Hulu Theater as well. They're fighting in the Hulu Theater. You know, so in Madison Square Garden. You got Jesse Rodriguez. Okay, he's fighting. That's on the 25th. So that's June 25th. So we're just gonna focus on this weekend. So this weekend, guys, Jaime versus Jimmy Kelly. Berlanga versus Angulo. Bryan versus Dubois. And Richard versus Fabio. And then we have a fight on Friday. I can't pronounce their names. I can pronounce Jack, and that's about it. Jololov or whatever. I'm not even gonna try to kill the man there. I can't even pronounce the damn name. Shit. So anyway, that's what we had this weekend. Somebody asked me, was I going live for the Trevor Bryan fight? Hell no. I ain't going live for that shit. I'm not going live for the Trevor Bryan fight. I can't do it, dog. I can't do it. I can't do it, dog. I can't do it. Just being honest with you. Let's see. That's the 11th. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 fights on Saturday, main event fights, and we have 1 on Friday. We have 4 main event fights on Saturday, and we have 1 on Friday. Oh shit. We got 1 in Verona, New York at the casino. So I don't know, man. Which fights you guys are looking forward to seeing this weekend? You know what? I kind of want to see. I mean, Edgar Berlanga, I'm pretty sure. Edgar Berlanga fights at 10:30. You know what, guys? I don't know who the main event. What'd you say? Arlette, shout out to Arlette. Okay. For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Let's say, Coach, what happened with you and Trevor? Explain. Now that the Trevor Bryant fanboy came over here and pissed me off, turned me against him. So I'm like, fuck Trevor Bryant. I'm the only, you know for a fact, I'm the only guy that was putting Trevor Bryant's name out there, creating content talking about Trevor Bryant. I'm the only dude on YouTube that was doing that. Wasn't no other content creator talking about this dude. And one of his fanboys came over here and, you know, he got mad, whatever the case may be. So he turned me against him. So fuck Trevor Bryant. I'm just being honest with you. I know you're saying, Coach, that's petty. Yes, it is petty. But you know I'm petty. I'm a petty motherfucker. So. I'm a petty motherfucker. You know I'm petty now. I'm petty now. Hey, shout out. Bless 365 taught me that. She said, you is petty now. I'm petty them up. True. I am real petty. Facts. I embrace my pettiness. I embrace my pettiness with pride. My days of taking the high road is over. I ain't taking no high road no more. And when you go low, as Karma Serene said, I dig a ditch, honey. When they go low, I'm digging ditches. That's what it's going to be from here on out. Fuck Trevor Bryant. Tighten up, Dubois. 7-round knockout. And if a Dubois fanboy come over here, it's gonna be fuck Dubois. Hope he end in a double knockout. Yarman said, "You bigger than that, Coach." No, I'm not, sir. Yarman's my brother. You expect too much of me, fam. You say I'm bigger than that. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I know me better than I know me better than anybody know me. I am not bigger than that, sir. I am not bigger than that. I'm petty than a motherfucker. I am not bigger than that. If you Yarman's my brother, whatever expectations you have of me, sir, please remove those expectations. I'm just being honest with you, fam. I'm telling you how I am. Please remove those expectations. I'm petty than a motherfucker. But at least I'm honest. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not bigger than that. I'm petty than a motherfucker. I'm done. I'm tapped out, dog. I'm tapped out. But anyways, Edgar Berlanga, you know what? I like Edgar Berlanga. I think that I don't know who he would fight next. I think the matchmaking has to continue to be good for Edgar Berlanga. Because some people kind of like jumping down his throat because I think a couple of his fights, he wasn't able to get the knockout and stuff like that. And he was knocking people out so fast. And then a lot of hype followed behind him and stuff like that. A lot of hype followed behind Edgar Berlanga. But I like the kid. Just as long as he understands that, hey, you're not going to be able to, you're not going to knock everybody out. And just as long as he don't get frustrated, you get what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to knock everybody out because the other guy that you're fighting, he's a professional as well. You know what I mean? So I like Berlanga, man. I like Berlanga. Just keep matchmaking them very well, building them slowly. That's what I think. Don't throw them in there too quick. Ma, what you say? You say, Alicia Honor. Yeah. Better than the motherfucker. Yeah, man. Yeah, but I like Berlanga. I like Berlanga. I'm not gonna lie, I like Berlanga. I'm being honest with you. I like Berlanga. And he's fighting Alexis Angulo. This is a good matchup. Now, Berlanga's bigger than him. I don't know what the measurements are from an arm reach standpoint, but Berlanga has power, right? I don't know. You know what? I may go live for this fight. Fuck, I may go live for the Edgar Berlanga fight. It started at 10:30. We may go live for that fight. And Jaime Munguia is fighting on Jimmy Kelly. I don't even want to, you know what I mean? Like, bro, like, this is a tomato can. I can't cover that shit. Now, Jaime Munguia is a victim of his promoter. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to, I talk shit about Jaime Munguia because he's 39 and no 31 knockouts. He ain't fighting nobody. Jaime Munguia fan. Oh my gosh, Jaime. Oh, Jaime. This and that, yada, yada, yada. Man, I'm like, man, this man 39 and no 31 knockouts. Man, who the fuck he fight? But I gotta be real. I gotta be honest. I gotta be fair with this. It wasn't Jaime Munguia's fault that Oscar De La Hoya pulled him out of the negotiations to fight Jamal Charlo. That wasn't Jaime Munguia's fault. It wasn't Jaime Munguia's fault that Oscar De La Hoya removed him from going into negotiations to fight Janabek for the WBO interim championship. That was his promoter's fault. You know, just like when Lomachenko became the French fries champion, that wasn't his fault. That was Bob Arum. That was Bob Arum who petitioned the WBC in order to elevate Lomachenko to the French fries belt, and he ended up getting stripped of his WBC belt. And Devin Haney got emailed, elevated, whatever you want to say, to the WBC championship belt, the belt that he didn't fight for. Not because he didn't want to fight for it, it's because Bob Arum did not want to do business with Eddie Hearn. The politics of boxing. I don't want to do business with you, so before I let my fighter fight a guy that's with another promotional company, I talk to Mauricio Suleiman, tell him to do what we need him to do, create another belt like he created one for Canelo, and we'll go that way. You see what I'm saying? What I don't like about the French fries belt is you don't like Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Robinson, Tyson, Roy Jones, James Lights Out Tony, Pernell Whitaker, like, Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya. You know, when you have these belts, you got to defend your titles against the mandatories. You got to defend your title against the mandatories. Hagler did it. Shit. You see what I'm saying? So, when you create a belt that allows people to circumvent that, well, you ain't got to fight this guy. Choose whoever you want to fight. And, I have a problem with it. I have a problem with that myself. I have a problem with that myself, to be honest with you. Biko, what you say, fam? He says Bob Arum don't want to do business with Eddie Hearn, so that's why Devin left the zone and went to Top Rank. Yeah, I mean, he had to do what he had to do. I mean, you had to do what he had to do. He had to do what he had to do. You know, especially like if you know that the fights that you want is on the other side of the street. He did what he had to do. It's funny how that worked, though. It's funny how that worked because I remember when Terrence Crawford, when he was on Top Rank, he was called Top Rank Toby, all this stuff there, and he know if he wanted those fights, he needed to come to the PBC. Now he's a free agent, still can't get the fights. He fought Sean Porter because Sean Porter insisted on it, and Al Heyman allowed that to happen. And went to purse bid and stuff like that, and yada, 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 yada. And Sean Porter was adamant about making that fight. But now, Devin Haney's with Top Rank. He's not Top Rank Toby, though. Shout out to Punch Perfect Boxing. It's funny. It's funny how that works. Funny how that works. Let's see. What's going on? Let's see what's going on in the damn chat. He said who Devin mandatory? You know what? That's a good, hey Kenny, that's a good question. Let's go to the WBC website, fam. Let's go to the WBC website. That's a good question because when you have all of those belts, you got all these sanctioning fees you got to pay. But I think if he keeps, so put it this way: if Devin Haney don't drop that French fries belt, that mean he lied when he said he was gonna drop it. Let's be honest. If he don't drop that French fries belt, that means he lied when he said he was going to drop it. I'm just being honest with that. But there might be a reason why. And when I listened to the Boxing Voice yesterday, he said, man, because Nessa Gibbs did a good job of asking him some good questions. He said, what are you going to do with the franchise belt? A lot of people saying you should drop it, throw it away. He asked him the direct questions. Devin was very hesitant. He was like, he laughed, smiled. He was like, man, and when he said that, I'm like, oh, shit, goddamn. I like, oh, goddamn. Oh, man, here we go. Here they go. I'm like, oh, goddamn. When he say, I'm like, oh, goddamn. Here it go. Goddamn, Oh, god damn. But his explanation made perfect sense. You know, people said you was the email champ, they didn't respect it. ESPN is saying that if you got the French fries belt and don't have the real WBC championship belt, you still undisputed. That's what they say, right? So there are so many narratives and agendas being pushed. From what I gathered from it, you know what? I got the email belt, I have the French fries belt, and I have all of the other belts. Y'all, it ain't shit y'all can say. Because, you know, the they-sayers, ESPN corporate, oh, well, he dropped the French fries belt. He ain't undisputed no more. Now, we do know that he'll still be undisputed because he got the main element, the key ingredient. So how do you clear all doubt? I keep all the goddamn belts. I keep all the goddamn belts. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Hey, what you say? See what had happened. See what had happened. See, hey, wait, listen, man. What happened? What happened to the I thought you were gonna drop the French fries belt. You see what it is, what it is. See what it is, baby boy. See what had happened was kid, let me tell you something, kid. You better not drop that belt, kid. I am the reason why that belt was created in the first place for the lightweight division. You better not drop that belt, kid. I'm telling you, you better not drop that belt. You hold on to the French fries belt, and we're going to get a happy meal with it, and we're going to work this thing out, okay? If you stay at 135, as long as you can make weight, you better hold on to the French fries belt. So, you know, they probably had a talk with Dale. They probably had a talk with Dale. Who knows? They probably had a talk with him, man. Shout out to $1 Trillion Dreams.
The stickiest of the icky. You want to smoke with the old boy Rick James?
Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What you say, fam? You say, because he signed a 2-fight contract, I think all the fighters should follow this trend when they reach a certain point and don't sign to anyone. Man, you know what? $1 Trillion Dreams, man. Like, this shit's so political, dog. Like, I'm not gonna say it's just like what Damian Bennett said. He like, man, he's sick of the boxing politics. This shit here, man, is like, it's heartbreaking. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Going once.
MMA champ. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What's your name?
Yeah, MMA champ.
Where you calling from?
From New York City.
All right, from New York. MMA champ from New York. Talk to me.
Yeah, listen, Haney said in his last interview that he's either, if he doesn't fight Kambosos, he's either moving up. Right. Now, at the end of the day, right, we know we haven't really saw power, go up. Like, when you move up, you haven't really saw you gain power when you move up. Right? You're either a puncher or you're not. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's the weight cut or stuff like that, but at the end of the day, right, these are bigger guys who punch harder, and Haney, if he can knock out a guy like Linares or a Jojo Diaz, then will he really do good at 140?
You know what? I'm not gonna say a lot to you, bro. Like, I hear exactly what you're saying. Like, if you move up to 140, there's some killers up there at 140. But he may not have a choice. Like, if he's killing himself to make weight, it's the same shit with Teofimo. Like his dad did say some real shit. He was like, man, his son was killing himself to make weight. And when it comes to a point to where your health is a risk when you're trying to make weight, it's time to move up. You see what I'm saying? Now, I hear what you're saying. He ain't gonna be able to knock those dudes out at 140. I totally agree with that. But it's okay. Do you try to stay at 135 and harm your health trying to make that weight, or just move on up and it'd be easy for you to make weight? So, that at the end of the day, that's his decision. That's his decision.
Yeah, Yeah, true. But I did hear him at I think the post-fight press conference. He said his new strength and conditioning trainer made the weight cut easy. So maybe if he sticks with that strength and conditioning trainer, he could make 135 maybe 2 more times or 1 more, however it goes. But at the end of the day, last thing I want to say is Tank does not deserve a shot. At the end of the day, if he knocks out Haney, right, goes back to Mayweather Promotions and fights the same guys he's fighting, nobody wants to see a guy who has all the belts doing that, right? At the end of the day, you know, Tank hasn't really done anything at 135. Who has he fought, right? Isaac Cruz, and really Isaac Cruz. Some people, I'm not saying Isaac Cruz beat him. Some people think he did beat Javante Davis, and also he fought Rolly, a prospect and a special needs prospect. So at the end of the day, right, and also who else he fought? He fought Gamboa for ACL. So I think Tank really needs to prove us that he's just not in it for the money. But I do want to see Higgins fighting.
Hey, shout out to the brother who called in, MMA champ. Your phone call dropped. Your phone call dropped. But I hear what you're saying, but you know, from a Leonard Ellaby standpoint, and again, I hear exactly what you're saying, MMA champ. I'm not disagreeing. However you feel is however you feel. I'm not the guy that's going to try to change anyone's mind about how they feel. But from what Leonard Ellaby is saying as it relates to Tank is an attraction. He's not fighting for belts, legacy. It's all about, hey, find the next fighter that we can get that the casuals are going to come out to pay and see. So Tank Davis he's not like other fighters in boxing. He's the attraction fighter. He's the, shit. Damn. Let me ask you guys a question. Would you guys consider Jake Paul an attraction fighter? Because no one looks at him as a real boxer. They look at him as an attraction because he's from the world of social media and he's able to attract many different elements. And attraction bring a lot of eyeballs, ears, a lot of people to come see him fight. The only difference between now Tank is a real boxer, a real fighter, has the skill set, but he's an attraction all the same. This is what Leonard Ellaby is pushing out there. So how do you guys see that? Do you look at Jake Paul as an attraction? You know what? I'm asking the wrong people. I'm asking the wrong people. The people who I should ask who that should be for is Jake Paul fans. Jake Paul fans would be the ones to ask that question to. Jake Paul is the one to be asked that question to. Daniel Rios, would you say a sideshow attraction? A sideshow attraction? You say Tank is the new Arturo Gotti. Nah, where you see that at? Arturo Gotti? Nah. Rob, what'd you say? He say Jake Paul is an attraction mockery. He might be an attraction mockery, but he's still an attraction. You know what I mean? He might be a mockery. You know what though? Hey, Rob, check this out. He might be a mockery to the boxing fans. But according to Leonard Ellaby, the boxing fans are very small. There's only like 200,000 boxing fans, like hardcore boxing fans. Shit, according to Leonard Ellaby, now I don't have proof of this. I'm going by what Leonard Ellaby is saying, but he's saying that there's not that many boxing fans in boxing. So the fans are the minority in the sport of boxing, and the casuals is the majority in the sport of boxing. You get what I'm saying? Again, I'm the boxing fan. I'm in the minority. I don't give a fuck about the attraction. I don't. You see what I'm saying? Man, are we going to get the fights? Is King Kong going to fight Godzilla? Is Megatron going to fight Optimus Prime? Is He-Man going to fight Skeletor? Is Lion-O going to fight Mum-Ra? That's all I care about. Oh, that ain't going to happen? Who he going to fight? No, what we going to do, we're going to take Mum-Ra and we're going to have Mum-Ra fight Snark. You know, the little cat that was on Snarl or whatever his name was. I think it was Snarky Snarl or whatever. The little cat that they had on the Thundercats. Mum-Ra gonna fight him. You see what I'm saying? So, again, What you say? I'll let you say. The caller said Rolly is a special needs prospect. Yeah. Snarf. That's his name, Snarf. So what we gonna do? We gonna put Tank in there with Snarf, and it's gonna do 18,000. That's where they at. You see what I'm saying? That's where they at. And it is what it is, fam. It is what it is. Do I like it? No. No, I don't like it. Guess what? Ain't shit I can do about it. Ain't shit I can do about it. It is what it is. Mayweather Promotions has a business model, and they're gonna follow that business model. That's what it is, dog. That's their business model. He's an attraction. And when I read to you what an attraction is, you see what I'm saying? This shit ain't about boxing with them, with Leonard and them. This is not about boxing. This is about putting butts in seats. You know, like he said, this is about putting butts in seats, and we can take shit. Hell, I might get a call. From Leonard Ellaby and Floyd Mayweather 2 weeks from now. Hello. I got my trusted sidekick. Hello. Yes. Man, speak to Coach Malachi. Yeah. This is who is this? This Money May. Like I said before. Me and Leonard was looking at you, checking you out. You're a hell of a fighter. We know you haven't had a fight. We know you haven't fought an amateur since, since like 90, since 92, 93, something like that. You know what I mean? But you're a hell of a fighter. We're looking at making you the next pay-per-view star. Would you like to fight Tank Davis? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, shit, how much y'all paying? Leonard, handle that. Leonard, I'm talking to him, Leonard. You know what I mean? Hell, Leonard, I'm on the phone with Leonard Ellaby. You know what I mean? Like, shit, hey. Next thing you know, bam, million pay-per-views. So I'm gonna sell that fight. Now. You can believe that. I will sell that fight. I'm talking cash shit. Now I know Tank gonna knock me out within 30 seconds, but that's okay. What a check at? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on, Coach? It's Louis from the DMV.
Louis from the DMV, talk to me.
What's going on, man? Wanted to call to slightly disagree with your take on the franchise belt, or what you call the French fries belt.
French fries belt, yes, sir.
Plenty to go around. I know you blaming the promoters. For me, I'm blaming the WBC because, let's take Devin Haney for example. Mm-hmm. My opinion is, even though he was the mandatory, he should have been forced to wait. And because I think at the time when all this was going down, Loma had 3 belts, Teal had the other belt. Mm-hmm. They were looking to get unified, and instead of the WBC allowing it, they made I think they ordered the Devin Haney fight for Loma, which to me is dumb. I get in most cases you have to do your mandatories, but if you're going for undefeated or if you're looking to unify, I think you throw mandatories out the window and we go for unified. Mm-hmm. I think that the rule has to be, if you're going to go for a unification or if you're going for undisputed, forget your mandatories. That can wait, and they can hold until we either unify or we get undisputed. I don't know what you think about that.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get exactly what you're saying. Like Mauricio Suleiman, and I said this yesterday. Like Bob Aaron probably was mad at the motherfucker. Like, Mauricio, what the hell are you doing? Why do you make this kid the mandatory? You know what I mean? So Devin was the mandatory, and according to the rules of the internship, he was the intern champion. He was the WBC intern champion. So, according to the rules, he would Devin Haney. I mean, whoever has the championship belt, the title, you have to defend your title against the next guy in line. All of the sanctioning bodies, that's how it's supposed to be. Marvin Hagler had to do it. All these greats I got on the wall, all of them had to do it. And some of the guys, Jamel Charlo, he got to defend his WBO strap, his mandatory against Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu, Costa Tszyu son. So that's how it is. So the way they got around that, they created a belt out of nowhere, Mauricio Suleiman. So I agree with you. Mauricio Suleiman is at fault. The reason why I said Bob Aaron, because he was the one that petitioned for it. According to the article that I got you. He the one that petitioned for it, that asked for it. You know what I mean? Because he didn't want to make that fight with Lomachenko and Devin Haney, because Devin Haney was signed with another promoter. You know what I mean? So, I get what you're saying.
That's one reason.
I get what you're saying.
That's one reason, but the other reason is because you got an opportunity to go, undisputed. But I don't know. For me, I think a lot of people got in the way. For me, it's like right now, a real good example is Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford. Mm-hmm. Earl Spence got 3 of the belts. Terrence Crawford got the other belt. It's like saying the WBC right now saying, "Hey Earl, Virgil Ortiz is your mandatory. We're gonna need you to take that fight." Like, man, get the fuck out of the way. Let them have the fight for unification, for undisputed, and let's see that fight. And I don't want to hear nothing about Earl ducked, so and so because he chose to go undisputed. Yeah. Nah, man, let's if they're gonna go for greatness and they're gonna go to unify their titles, man, all that mandatory stuff, put it to the side and let's see these unification fights.
Yeah, listen, you make a valid point, man. Shout out to Louis from the DMV. I'm gonna interject on that though. Shout out to Louis from the DMV. Shout out to my brother Ron Boy Fresh, man. Louis from the DMV makes a valid point. The WBC, and you guys know, if you've been following me for a while, I've been consistent in saying this. The WBC is the author of confusion. They could have just said, hey, you know what, man? Listen, Dev, we need you to. Bob Arum could have just paid that dude step aside money. I'm gonna pay you some step aside money. Call Bill Haney, whoever you need to call. Hey, look, man, look here, kid. Listen, you're signed to the wrong promoting company. 2, you're not gonna fight Lomachenko. You can forget that, kid, because you're with the wrong promotional company. So this is what we're going to do. I'm gonna give you a couple $. How much you need just to step aside while we make this undisputed push right here. That's what they should have did instead of just stripping them of the belt, elevating them to creating another belt. And they created the author of confusion. And now we got all this shit going on online, and it all started with Mauricio Suleiman. So that's how I look at it. You know what I mean? I look at it like that. And Bob Arum, because he the one potential for the shit from what I've been reading. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Fuck it. What you say? You say Ma. What you say? You say MAW. You say Spence versus Bud better happen ASAP because Mandos are coming. Time to move. Bro, like, I ain't got no comment on that, bro. I don't have no comment on Spence. You notice I ain't talked about that shit, bro? I haven't talked about no Spence versus Crawford. I haven't talked about that shit at all. There's no need. There's no need. I'm not talking about sources say, rumor has it, we got some good news, potentially this can happen, that can happen. I mean, I could do that for clicks and views, but man, until something is solid, man, I can't do that shit. Until something is solid, I can't. I'm not even talking about that shit. Because we know the wrong side of the street. We know that shit going out the window. Because that dude been a free agent for what, 7 months now? Still no fight. So it is what it is. You get what I'm saying? So, hold on. Got another call called in there. In the lightweight division, the Lomachenko, Devin Haney, that's the fight, to make if they can get Loma out of that war. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what up, Coach? Cruz, New Jersey, man.
I know you're from New Jersey. Your phone is kind of staticky a little bit.
Cruz,
Yo, Cruz, I got you. Cruz from New Jersey. Talk to me, fam. I can hear you.
Man, big fan of the show, Coach. First time caller. So I wanted to ask you, man, real quick. I wanted to know your thoughts. 2 things on the chances of the Ryan Garcia versus Tank fight actually happening, and then secondly, do you think that's his toughest fight for Tank? Ryan Garcia. That's my call.
Okay. I'm fixing to answer that right now. You got a 2-part question. You said, will that fight happen, and do I think it'll be his toughest fight? Shout out to Cruz, man. Do I think that'll be Tank's toughest fight? In my opinion, I don't want no Tank Davis fans pulling out knives and guns, jumping down my throat. In my opinion, yes, that'll be his toughest fight so far on paper. I gotta clarify this. On paper, it looked like that'd be his toughest fight. On paper, right? Do I think the fight will happen? No. The reason why I don't think the fight will happen is because Leonard Ellaby made it clear. Now the fight makes sense. It makes sense to me. It may not make sense to Leonard and Floyd, but to me it makes sense. But do I think that fight is going to happen? No. I think that Tank is going to fight Isaac Cruz next. Then after that, they may be talking about Rolly Romero rematch. After that, they may find another fighter that's on the PBC roster somewhere You see what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you why I'm saying this, Cruz. Tank Davis is the only fighter that I know in boxing today. I don't know any fighter in boxing that can do what Tank Davis is doing. What do I mean by that? He can literally fight any goddamn body, and you're going to have thousands of people come out to see him fight. Not only will thousands of people come out to see him fight, they're going to come out enthusiastically to see him fight. And I'm going to break down what I mean by that. If the rumors, reports, whatever Dan Rafael said is true, that Tank Davis and Rolly Romero, I want you to understand this. Rolly Romero, Rolly Romero did 275,000 pay-per-view buys. According to what Dan Rafael says, I don't know. That's what he say. It is what it is. And if this event that they did in the Barclays Center did over 18,000, why in the hell would you they don't need Ryan Garcia. Why would you make that fight? You get what I'm saying? Now, is that the fight to make for me? Absolutely. Ryan Garcia got a huge fan base on social media. He ain't got no fan base in boxing. Ryan Garcia is popular on social media. He's popular on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. He's popular there. His fan base is social. Ryan Garcia's fan base is teenage girls, teenage boys. That's his fan base. And their mothers are going to bring them out to see Ryan fight. Tank Davis' fan base is boxing fans and within a certain demographic. So if you could bring those two worlds together, in my mind, that'd be a hell of a fight. Will it happen between with Tank re-signing with Mayweather Promotions? That's done, wrap. That shit ain't gonna happen. And then when you're dealing with on the flip side, you're dealing with Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya, shit, 1 minute, he'll say one thing 1 minute, and he'll hit a couple of lines, get some of that good scuttlebutter, and then he'll say something totally different. And then you can't take these guys serious. Ryan Garcia, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think Leonard Ellaby, I'm not sure. I don't know. But according to the reports that I've read in the past, they tried to make a fight with him before. Ryan, they were supposed to be negotiating, making a fight, and then Ryan ended up saying that he was going to fight Manny Pacquiao. And then that fight didn't happen. You get what I'm saying? And then Manny Pacquiao ended up fighting Errol Spence. Well, fighting Yordenis Ugas, because Errol Spence had to pull out because he got hurt. You get what I'm saying? So, like, when you're dealing with Golden Boy, you're dealing with a promotional company that has credibility issues when it come to their fighters. And when you're dealing with Ryan Garcia, you're dealing with a fighter who has credibility issues. Oscar, goddamn. Okay, listen. Steve Kim called here yesterday. He said it wonderfully. He said a lot of people don't realize that when Ryan Garcia fought Luke Campbell, that was for him to be the mandatory, and Ryan Garcia had the WBC, he was the WBC interim champion. That was the eliminator to Devin Haney's WBC strap. Ryan Garcia pulled out of that fight. Oh, Oscar, I got a headache. Oh my gosh, Oscar, I'm having mental health issues right now. Oh, Ryan, you are? What happened? Do you see this pimple on my face? Do you see? I'm finna piss these Ryan Garcia fans off. Oh, do you see this pimple on my face, Oscar? Oh shit, goddamn, that's a big pimple. Oh yes, I know it. I got a commercial lined up, and now Ryan Garcia got a whole lot of commercial endorsements, so he getting his paper. He getting his paper now. Ryan Garcia getting his paper. I can't take that away from him. The boy getting his money now. I ain't hating on him. Just someone as pretty and as cute as me. Look at this pimple. Oh my gosh, it's just too much. All right, don't worry about it, Ryan. We're gonna pull you out of that fight. Don't worry about it. You don't have to fight Devin Haney. Okay, and then he was supposed to fight Javier Fortuna? Something like that? Oh, Oscar, what's going on this time? Oh my gosh, I got too many dislikes on one of my videos that I posted on TikTok. You got how many dislikes you got? Oh, I got 25 dislikes. You did? Oh, this is just too much. Oh, let me pull you out of that fight. Don't worry about that. And then he was supposed to fight Jojo Diaz. And oh my gosh, what happened? What happened, Ryan? Oh, I broke my hand taking a selfie. So, if you're Leonard Ellaby in them, you're like, I can't take this dude serious, man. They can't take him serious, man. So, Carter, what's the name? Where you calling from?
Hey, it's Curtis from Long Beach.
Curtis from Long Beach, talk to me, fam.
Hey, I know you always bring up Ryan Garcia's following, but how has that transitioned over to boxing? Like, what does he do as far as ticket sales and venues? Because I have yet to see it, transition over to boxing. I know he has a huge social media following, but I don't ever hear them talk about him selling anything out.
I'm gonna be honest with you. From what I've been hearing, I don't have any proof of it, Curtis. But from what I've heard, when he fought Emmanuel Tago, someone who don't, a guy didn't nobody know who he was. He's from Ghana. Emmanuel Tago, they say it. What Oscar De La Hoya and them put out there that the fight did over 15,000. So he brought 15,000 out to come out in San Antonio when he fought Emmanuel Tago. So, I don't know how much is his social media following is translating into him being a success in the sport of boxing from a draw or an attraction standpoint. I don't know, fam. I just only know what they reported. I'm just being honest with you. So apparently he's doing well in boxing. He's, people coming out to see him fight. That's what these sources. When I say sources, Oscar De La Hoya is saying. So I'm gonna put a receipt on it. Oscar De La Hoya is saying he's doing well in boxing. He's selling out. Well, I don't know if he's selling out venues, but he has a good large number of people coming out to see him fight. That's what Oscar De La Hoya is saying. So.
No. I just, I've always wondered because they always talk about his social media following, but they never say, he's a draw. Like they never flat out say that he's a draw and that he brings a lot of fans to the sport. They just talk about his social media, But I think, to be honest with you, with Haney winning, I think the smart thing for him and Tank to do is just to go ahead and fight each other because. Eventually they're going to kind of get lost in the shuffle. If you don't start making some of these matchups and if Floyd doesn't, open his eyes and realize this is the time where he has to let Tank be Pretty Boy. And what I mean by that is Pretty Boy fought some dogs.
He did.
You know what I mean?
He did.
He got to let Tank be Pretty Boy. He already letting Tank be Money Man. I don't think that's a good look. Tank is, only fighting what's available. But to his credit, Floyd is saying, this is all we making available. You know what I mean? Like we got a star here. We're going to keep him as a star. So I think they got to let him be Pretty Boy. I think they kind of messing Tank up, man.
Curtis, you know what? I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I was Leonard Ellaby's biggest critic. I was one of Tank Davis's biggest critics. I'm like, this dude ain't fighting nobody. You fighting these flat-footed Mexican dudes. You fighting dudes that's you already favored to beat. We automatically know what the outcome is going to be. You're not fighting any of the top guys. I did a whole 180 now. I don't, you know why I did a 180? Because I had too many expectations for Tank Davis. I was looking at Tank Davis because I come from the old school. I'm looking at, look here, man, and I remember when Floyd Mayweather was Pretty Boy Floyd. He fought some killers. Now I get what they're saying. They've been saying it all along. Tank Davis is an attraction. He's saying we're not going to fight those other guys. Why should we fight those other guys when we can put a Rolly Romero in there, a guy who has more experience in judo than boxing? We're going to put a social media troll in the ring with Tank Davis because Rolly Romero is more known for being a troll on social media than boxing. We're going to put him in there and we're going to pack out the Barclays Center. So, and we're going to make him an attraction. So when I went back and I had to keep listening to these words, attraction. I said, then, so he's talking about like, a theme park, attraction, Disney World.
And that's cool.
And I'm like, okay, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But guess what? I'm not going to expect him to fight. I don't have the expectations for him for Tank anymore. I'm done with that. He's not going to fight.
Yeah, and that's cool. You can say those things, but then you can't turn around and say that Tank is the best in the division because he's just the biggest attraction. He's not the best fighter in the division.
Yeah. So
that's where Ellaby and Mayweather messed up with that. They can't say Tank is by far the best and he can beat all those guys when you don't have no intentions of fighting any of those guys.
Yeah. See,
that's the problem I have with that.
Hey, and you know what, Curtis? That's the problem I have. I say, listen. You can't tell me I don't care who the fighter is. You've been listening to me to a while. It doesn't work that way. You can't say, oh, we automatically know he'll beat those guys. How do we automatically know that he ain't fought them? You got to fight these guys. This is how boxing works. But when you got a promoter that's saying, oh, you know, don't worry about those guys, Tank. You know, just don't worry. We don't need those guys. I got another Rolly Romero coming up. Your fans are going to buy anything you do anyways. Don't worry about that. So now it hit me. I said, you know what? I get it now. That's why you've been hearing me. That's why you've been hearing me change my tune now, Curtis. I said, I get it now. It took me a while. I was kind of slow. I get it now.
I always did it. I've always understood.
I get it now.
I even understand it from Tank's side of the coin. It's just like, why am I? It's kind of what Tim Bradley went through. Tim Bradley really didn't have no say on who he was fighting, right? But at the same time, Tim Bradley is getting $5-6 million a fight. You know, he's not going to complain about who Aram is putting in there. You know, Aram is taking care of Tim Bradley. That's why Tim Bradley never bucked, like, you know. And it was the same thing with Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford was getting the good money for fighting nobodies. And it's like, now it's kind of like, okay, I'm feeling the heat. Now I need to really just fight this dude. You know what I mean? And they still haven't made the fight. I think PBC just doesn't want to fight. You know what I mean? But again, it comes a point where if you're going to be the main attraction, be the main attraction. But don't sit around here and tell us that he's the best in the division and y'all not trying to fight the best. That's my only issue with LAB. He can be the biggest star. He can be, you know, the #1 ticket seller, but he can't be considered the best fighter. And if y'all cool with that, then I'm cool with that. I mean, I won't pay for any of his fights because he's not fighting anybody, but I can accept that.
Yeah. It is what it is, man. Curtis, shout out to you, fam. Shout out to my brother from Long Beach. Yay. West Coast in the house. All right, this is Jason Moans. I'm very familiar with who you are. You're on another account. You said the same thing about Bud Spence is going to happen. No, I didn't. I have a receipt that's saying that. I didn't think that fight was going to happen at all. Got the receipt. Dropped the video December 16th. The video actually said that, hey, Terrence Crawford, you need to stop chasing Errol Spence. The boy don't want to fight you. That fight is not going to happen. I've always been pessimistic about that fight. Jason Moans. I know this is you. I told you I'll be all over the internet. I know who all the trolls is and who their names are. But anyways, let's see. Them Games. He said, I'm sorry, but Loma is a hype job. He good. What you say? He good, but not likely. They want to make him out to be. You know, again, I don't have an issue. I don't have an issue with anyone hyping anyone up, how a person feels about a particular fighter who they have a connection with, right? I think, Them Games, the problem lies when people try to argue with you to make you try to convince you to see it their way. No, why we just can't agree to disagree and move on? That's all I'm saying. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? All right, the caller hung the phone up. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, and so what you say, Bless? You say I was there that day, Coach. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I got the video right here. Shit, you know me? I've been saying this shit. I got the video right here. That was Jason Moans. I know him I know he got a whole bunch of different accounts. I know who that is. I got the video right here though. See, let me show you guys something. This is Ryan Garcia's fan base. Well, I ain't got to show y'all that. Oscar De La Hoya. Let me see. That's Oscar De La Hoya. I got the video right here. I dropped that video December the 16th. December the 16th, 2021. I dropped that video. I remember that date like it was yesterday. I say, I'm going to always remember this. Yeah. Still ain't happened yet. Free agent still ain't happened yet. So. Here it go right here. Here it go right here. Looking at it. Let me blow it up. Motherfucker go to saying, no, that ain't what you said. No. I got receipts over here, boy. Jason Moans. Here you go right here. Let me blow it up a little bit more. Blow it up, blow it up. And look, guess what? You're going to see Bless name right there. Bless 365. She was right there. Lisa Bells was here. Thomas Jones was here. Philly Fly was here. Lil Green Eyes P was here. There they go. Matter of fact, let me bring it down a little bit more. Chat replay, live. Let me do this. Hold on, let me do this. Let me play it right quick. Hold on. There you go. There you go right there. You can see who here in the chat. You can see who in the chat. You see Lisa in the chat, Dr. Paul Evans, Thomas Jones, Karma Serene was here. See, boy, see, listen, and you can see right here. Let me blow it up a little bit more. Look at the title. Look at the title. This is what I said December the 16th. And I said in this video, I hope like hell I'm wrong. I said, I hope I'm wrong. I said, I hope I'm wrong. I said, Terrence Crawford, please stop chasing Errol Spence. The boy don't want to fight you. Move on. That's what I said. That's what I said. And I said, I hope like hell I'm wrong. That's what I said. So, it is what it is. This brother, he say the Spence versus Crawford fight is definitely going to happen. I promise that. I'll make a bet on it. I'll make a bet on the 4th of July. It's when they're going to make the announcement. All right. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. This is another one. He said, "Don't stop associating people with your detractors. You're paranoid." I'm gonna show you how paranoid I am. Bye. That's how paranoid I am. Bye. You've been blocked. I block you. Run and tell that. Come up on another account, Jason. Let's see. Let's see. Marquette, he said, how does he not want to fight if he signed his portion of the contract? Now, I'm saying that's what I said in December. That's what I said December the 16th. I want you to understand the context. At that time, that's how I felt. I don't know who signed what. I don't think you was there. I don't think you was there to see the contract signed. I wasn't there to see the contract signed. But that's how I felt December the 16th. But I think the moral of the story is I felt that this fight is not going to happen. That's all I did. I'm not here to argue about, if you love Errol Spence, this, that. I'm not here to argue about that shit. I don't been through that already. I don't been through all that already. I'm not here to argue that. The moral of the story is I felt at that time that fight is not going to happen. And as of yet, that fight hasn't happened. As of yet, that fight hasn't happened. So we can agree to disagree on it, but that's how I felt. It's not for debate or argument, none of that. That's just how I felt at that time. So, and so far, nothing has happened. So it is what it is. I don't even want to talk about that shit, to be honest with you. I don't even want to talk about it. Until I see something official, I ain't going by what no content creator saying. I ain't going by what nobody in the chat saying. Until I see something official, like Rolly Romero is officially fighting Tank Davis. Devin Haney is officially fighting George Kambosos. Ryan Garcia is officially fighting Fortuna. And when I see something official like that, guess what? I'll be the happiest man in the world. I'll be like, man, I'm so happy I was wrong on that. But I'm not here to argue that. I'm not here to argue debate that. To be honest with you. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. It's not up for discussion. He said, I agree to disagree. There's nothing wrong with that. See how peaceful that is, my brother? Fight for life. We agree to disagree. We can move on. That's it. Oh, what the hell you mean that fight ain't gonna happen? What the hell you talking about? See, I already knew you was, I ain't got the energy for that. I ain't got the energy for that. Not me. He said, Coach, just keep it a real, respect that. Will, he says, Coach, do you think Tank will fight Haney anytime soon? I'm gonna give you a fast, quick answer. No. No, sir, Will. That ain't nothing that gonna happen. Anytime someone, as a matter of fact, anytime someone have any doubt about what Leonard Ellaby, Tank Davis's promoter, if anytime someone has any doubt about how he runs his business. Go back and listen to it.
And who's the next big star under Mayweather Promotions? Ooh, we have quite a few young guns, as I say, you know, and I don't want to leave any names out, but we have a great roster of young talent, and we've been very selective about what we're doing, you know, again, because when you have, you know, an abundance of fighters, it's hard to kind of focus on, like him. He has all this going on, and you don't know what you're doing, and it's like you can't put nobody in a big event because you don't have no access to anything. You know what I'm saying? And kind of touching on that, when a big fight is to be made, it has to make sense for both sides. And so when you really think about that, it just speaks volumes of what the reality is. No promoter or company is going to put their guy in an event with everything to lose and nothing to gain, especially when we talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Interesting.
So anytime you have any questions as it relates to Tank Davis fighting anything other than what Leonard Ellerbe just said, just go back and listen to that. I get it now. I get it. I honestly, guys, I really do get it. I really get it. And I'm not upset about it anymore like I was before, because the boxing fan in me want to see these top guys fight each other. There's only a few fighters that's going to fight the top guys. You're going to get a Shakur Stevenson. He want all the smoke. You're going to get a Devin Haney. He want all the smoke. You're going to get a Vasily Lomachenko. He wants all the smoke. You're going to get Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. They want the smoke. You're going to get Canelo Alvarez. He wants the smoke. You're going to get just certain fighters. They're going to fight all of the top guys. With Jamel Charlo. Oh, Lord, no, Jamel Charlo. Listen, I don't think nobody want more smoke than Jamel Charlo. You see what I'm saying? Jamel Charlo want all the goddamn smoke. I love Jamel Charlo. Hold on, let me see. Why am I not? Oh, okay. You want me to come up. Shout out to Dr. The Zone. Hey, okay. Dropping that 179. Bam, pound on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say Tank is the only star in Mayweather Promotions. Yeah, he is. Shout out to Jaime Rivera.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Jaime, what you say, fam? You say, Coach, I'm hoping Haney drops the French fry belt. I'm embarrassing Suleiman. Haney just proved to the world you need the regular WBC belt, not the French fry belt. I mean, he didn't have to prove. We didn't even need him to prove that. Jamel Charlo proved that. Canelo Alvarez proved that as well. Josh Taylor proved that as well. You feel me? Shout out to Jaime.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yes, sir. You know it is what it is. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Motherfucking Jamel Charlo, boy, listen. No, I don't think nobody can question Mel.
Come fucking with me, you gonna get knocked the fuck out. I'm gonna knock out orders, baby.
I don't think nobody can question that. Mel want the smoke. You see what I'm saying? He ain't pump faking.
Now do you retire, or do you take one of the toughest fights of your career against a young black African-American stud who's been working his ass off since he was 8 years old? Do my brother put it all on the line then? So if not, then come see me. I want some smoke. I want it all, baby.
I don't think nobody can answer. I don't think nobody can doubt that. You can say what you want to say about Jamel Charlo. One thing you ain't gonna say about Mel, you ain't gonna say he don't want no smoke. You ain't gonna say he ain't gonna fight that boy want to fight everybody. He mad right now. Listen, Jamel Charlo probably mad right now, want to fight. You know what I mean? Motherfucker lawn man coming to his house. Hey, yeah. Wait, who is this? This is the lawn service guy. Jamel, I'm the guy who always cut your grass. Yeah, what the hell you want? Why you over here cutting my grass? You hired me to cut your grass, sir. Oh, what you trying to say? What the fuck you? Listen, sir, please, Jamel, I don't want no problem, sir. I'm just here to cut the grass. And wife talking to him, baby, calm down. I'm just let me know now. Let me know. Motherfucker mad right now. Jamel mad, that angry man. God, that nigga stay mad, boy. God damn, he need to smoke some weed or something, man. Like for real though, man. Let's do this OJ the Jew man style, man. You know how we do it. Shout out to Ron Boy Fresh. Shout out to Dantes. Shout out to Ciccarelli. Shout out to Damian Bennett. Shout out to Lil Green Eyes P. Shout out to Charlo. Shout out to Ahmed. Shout out to Knockdown 305. Shout out to Thomas Jones. Shout out to Fisty on the Fights. Shout out to Misfit. Shout out to Retro Boxing and Documentaries. Shout out to Schoolo X-Mon. Shout out to Mark Nash. Shout out to Ride of the Storm. Shout out to Philly Fly. Adrian Big Daddy. Bless 365. Shout out to the Queen. Let's see who else we got in the building, man. Shout out to A Sneed. Shout out to Dr. Paul Evans, the good doctor. Shout out to Arlette. Shout out to Lisa Bales. Shout out to Smith and West. Shout out to Punch Perfect Boxing. Shout out to Here to There. Shout out to True Gritter 402. Shout out to Malcolm Roach. Shout out to Hair Hero Elite. Shout out to Jay Rodriguez. Shout out to Fola Bond. Shout out to Philo 58. Shout out to Dean West. Shout out to Jim 82. Who else we got in the building? Shout out to True Gritter. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Big Ron, Ronald Finkley, Kathy W, Jason Dockery, Will Sargent, Miguel Chartico. What's going on, man? Tony Boswell, Arnold Moketsi. Shout out to Troy Graham, man. Much prayers for Troy Graham. Shout out to Ralph Reacts. Shout out to Mike from Boston, Bernard Burton. Shout out to Major Key Boxing, my brother from the O. Shout out to Big Hawk from Maryland, May 209, Deborah Booker. Shout out to W Right Side. Shout out to Just a Fan. Shout out to Lady Shan. Let's see. Shout out to Jesus Luna. Shout out to Al Money, Manic V. Shout out to LaShawn. Shout out to BWONW. Shout out to Boxing Nerd 101. Let's give a shout out to everyone who called in. Shout out to James Lee. Hold on. Did James Lee call in today? Yeah, shout out to James Lee from B-More. Shout out to Frank from the Bay. Shout out to Willie from DMB. Shout out to, no, you know what? I called this the wrong list. Shout out to everybody who called in, man. I think I got the wrong goddamn list on here. I wrote the names down. Oh, you know what? Here it go right here. Sorry about that. Shout out to Yarmis from Brooklyn. Shout out to Dez from Mobile, Alabama. Shout out to WMA Champ from New York. Shout out to Louis from the DMV. Shout out to Cruz from New Jersey. Shout out to Curtis from Long Beach. Man, to make sure I get everybody, man. Everybody, make sure I get everybody, man. You know how it is, man. And you know how we do it. We're going to go out Devin Haney style. You already know that, fam. It is what it is. When I say Devin Haney style, I'm talking about the Devin Haney dance crew. They celebrating right now because he understands.
You're begging me not to leave you, and I refuse to let you go.
Yes, sir. It is what it is, man. You know how we do it, man. We're going to make it do what it do. We're going to get it in right here, man. Where the hell are you at, baby? I'm trying to find you. You know we got to go out. You know how we got to do it, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know how we do it. You know we're going to see you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Might go live a little bit later on the day. Don't beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on.